Let's see if he gets a kickoff. Nick Folk does not have a real strong leg. 9 touchbacks a year ago. The former Dallas Cowboy Pro Bowler was let go. Now his second year with the New York Jets. Yes, Jim Nantz and Phil Simms are here. This game is being nationally televised to most of the nation via CBS. The Jets in their all-white road uniforms, ball teed up on the south end of the Coliseum, the black hole end, and we're underway. The 52nd home opener commences. Taiwan may be able to come out about 3 yards deep. He's coming out left. 5, 10, 15, 20. And he runs out to around the 23-yard line. So a nice kickoff return for Taiwan Jones, a dramatic improvement over what Nick Miller did last Sunday in Buffalo. So a good drive start for the Oakland Raiders. And quarterback Jason Campbell last week in Buffalo, Tom, had a brilliant game. 23 of 33, 323 yards passing, a couple of touchdown passes, and just the one interception on the final play of the game, the Hail Mary. Raiders have Darren McFadden lining up as the lone back. And they are going to go right to it. A handoff to McFadden off the right side. A good hole. He will power forward for about 5 out to around the 29-yard line. A gain of about 5. Bart Scott, the former Baltimore Raven, the Jets' will linebacker, made the tackle. Let's take a look at the starting lineup brought to you by Wrangler 5-Star Jeans. Jared Valdir starts at left tackle. Stefan Wisniewski at left guard. Samson Satelli at center. Cooper Carlisle right guard. And Khalif Barnes at right tackle. Raiders are back up on the line. Click quickly. Play clock at 15 now. It is 2nd and 5. Raiders going in motion to Nearius Moore. Nobody follows. There's a fake inside handoff. A bubble screen to Moore. A block from Valdir. Runs for a first down 40. And he's tripped up on the 42-yard line. Nicely done. Darius Hayward-Bay with a nice block there. Valdir was out in space time. I'm not sure he blocked anybody, but Denarius Moore on the bubble screen picks up 13 yards, and the Raiders are going into a no-huddle now.
Yeah, there they go.
And Campbell back and a lob one down the right sideline for Moore. One-on-one with Cromartie. A flag comes in. That'll be a pass interference call on Antonio Cromartie.
Absolutely. I mean, there was no question about that. As Moore was starting to run right by him, he just reached out and jammed him with a forearm.
Raiders feel like they can beat Cromartie today.
Defense, number 31, spot on the foul, first down.
That is a 25-yard pass interference call on Cromartie. Raiders again going into a no-huddle. Denarius Moore goes wide right, Darius Hayward-Bay left. Offset eye, Marcel Reese, the fullback in. A quick toss sweep, blocked by Reese. May have held Brian Thomas there, no call. And McFadden scoots the sideline and gets the edge there because of the block by Marcel Reese. Eric Smith, the safety, stepped up. Raiders are right back up on the line of scrimmage here. A gain of 3 on the toss sweep. Jets have good veteran linebacker play. Ryan Thomas, one outside backer. Calvin Pace, the other, the former Cardinal. Bart Scott and David Harris, the 2 inside backers. Darrelle Revis, the great corner. Antonio Cromartie on the other side. Eric Smith and Jim Leonard, a couple of smart safeties. And now Eric Smith is nosing up near the line. Or it's actually Leonard who is. 2nd and 7. Campbell back, looking right, pressured, steps up, throws wide open. Kevin Boss, his first catch as a Raider, breaks a tackle and powers down to the 2-yard line. Ran right over Eric Smith, the former New York Giant, who missed his first 2 Raider games, Tom, with a knee injury dating back to the preseason. Got wide open for a 28-yarder.
Yeah, they took no time in getting right to him. They went a little motion to the right side. He went right down the seam on the side and found the opening, and the ball was thrown right to him.
1st and goal, Raiders on the Jet 2-yard line, and they bring in a whole different package. They're going to a jumbo set here as they bring in Joe Barksdale, an extra lineman. He lines up next to Barnes. They kick Barnes out as a tight end. A heavy set, 3 in the backfield. A toss sweep led by the tight end, Gordon. McFadden breaks the tackle and goes into the end zone. Touchdown, Raiders! 2 minutes and 24 seconds into the game, and the Raiders go right down the field and into the end zone.
Wow, and all I can say, Greg, is the tempo was upbeat, the play was aggressive, and the play calling was outstanding.
Raiders had a plan to attack this team, and they went right at it. 5 plays, 76 yards. Richard Gordon, the tight end, with a nice toss sweep, lead block there to get McFadden the right edge. And now here's Janikowski with the point after touchdown. And the Raiders have jumped this great New York defense immediately and lead by a score of 7-0. Janikowski will blast away towards the south black hole end zone. 11 that down. But he could have returned that, but he was 9 yards deep in the end zone when he caught it, Tom, and he will take the touchback. So 12 for 12 on touchbacks for Janikowski. The New York Jets offensive line to Brickashaw Ferguson, the two-time Pro Bowler at left tackle. Matt Slauson, the left guard. Colin Baxter starts today at center. They do not have Nick Mangold. First time he has not played of his NFL career. The three-time Pro Bowler is out. Brandon Moore at right guard, and Wayne Hunter, the embattled one, at right tackle. 1st and 10 for Mark Sanchez and the Jets. Sean Green, the lone back. They go to a 3-wide receiver formation. Plaxico Burress left. They throw a slant to Burress. He beats Chris Johnson right away, and he's tackled by Matt Giordano as the Raiders forced to go into their nickel defense. And the Jets, Tom, go right at him out of the nickel, where the Raiders had profound problems in Buffalo last Sunday. A backside slant to the big former New York Giant, Plaxico Burress, working one-on-one with Chris Johnson for a gain of 15 yards.
Well, Chris is going to have a busy afternoon because after what happened last week in Buffalo, they're going to go after Chris most of the afternoon.
Now they go slot left, Burress inside of Santonio Holmes. John Connor, the lead blocking fullback, in. Here's a fake and a roll left. Sanchez so good, rolling out, throws wide open. Dustin Keller, and New York's got a first down to the Raider 40-yard line. That's something Sanchez does extremely well. The play action like Chad Pennington did here for years as a Jet, Tom. Faked it to Sean Green, rolled to his left, and Rolando McClain, the middle linebacker who had a rough second half in Buffalo as well, was beaten on that drag route by the tight end Keller for 25 yards more.
And just like that, the Jets have picked up about 40 yards, and they're on the plus on the Raiders' 40-yard line.
They have moved from their 20 to the Raiders' 40 on back-to-back plays. Sanchez under center, Sean Green the lone back. Slot right, Dustin Keller goes in motion left. Sanchez, handoff, Green coming left, stopped in the hole. Matt Shaughnessy, the end start. Shaughnessy and Houston, the two ends. Lamar Houston and Shaughnessy, Kelly, and Seymour inside. Rolando McClain, the middle linebacker. Quentin Groves, the weak side backer. Cameron Wembley, the strong side linebacker. The corners are Stanford Rout and Chris Johnson. The safeties, Tyvon Branch, Michael Huff, and a lot of Matt Giordano, who was in now in the nickel defense. 2nd and 12 for the Jets. Sanchez, play action to Green, pumps right, pressured by Houston, throws behind Keller, and incomplete. Threw behind him and at his ankles where he could not catch it. Sanchez more accurate this year, up to 63%. Rookie year 54, and his sophomore year 55%. A slot formation right, actually 3 right. Keller, Holmes, and they also bring in another big target here, Derek Mason. Here's Sanchez stepping up and throwing too high for Keller and incomplete. He had Keller one-on-one with Tyvon Branch. And Branch had him covered, Tom, or even a completed ball would have been shy of the first down, but it would have gotten the Jets back into field goal range. But Mark Sanchez overthrew his tight end.
Well, he overthrew it, but plus he had a little bit of pressure breaking through from the offensive line. You know, the Jets, I have to add, are playing without their Pro Bowl center, Mangold, who didn't even make the trip.
T.J. Conley, their new punter, will try to Aussie rules football, end over end it. Denarius Moore, fair catching, his first time he's ever fielded a punt in the NFL, did not do it at the University of Tennessee, and he fair catches it on the 7-yard line. Parties inside the O.Co Coliseum this morning. Raiders' second series up 7-0, commences from their 8-yard line. Campbell, handoff, McFadden breaks a tackle, and then he's hit from behind by Buau. Denarius Moore inside of Darius Hayward Bay. Now they motion out both backs. McFadden and Marcel Reese go into a slot left. So 4 on the line, empty set. Campbell throws, catch McFadden, hit in the backfield and drop for a loss. The safety, Eric Smith, read that. The Raiders pre-snap motioned out of the eye and put the halfback and the fullback on the line in a slot left, Tom, and wanted Reese to block for McFadden, a bubble screen to McFadden. But Eric Smith, nobody blocked him.
Yeah, and Marcel Reese is limping quite a bit out there. I'm not sure what happened to him, but he's limping, and now he's coming off the field.
Rock Cartwright will come in and play at fullback as Marcel Reese, a guy the Raiders lean heavily on for matchups, has to limp off the field. Raiders lost a yard on the first play, 2 yards on the second play, so it's 3rd and 13. Campbell back in the end zone, time, throws short. McFadden, 10, tries to get wide, a stiff arm, and he will run for a first down, I believe. Or very close to
No,
the play.
they gave a bad.
We'll see where they spot him. Eric Smith and Jim Leonard stepped up, but he powered to make that close.
Yeah, he didn't get. No, he's about a yard long, short. I mean, he didn't not get a good spot.
That is subject to review as we watch it, though. Campbell, little check down as McFadden circled out of the backfield. Had to get 13 in the third and 13, a stiff arm on Brian Thomas, and then Eric Smith pulled him down. Tough to tell on that replay if he got the right spot, Coach.
Well, it's on the other side of the field, and from this vantage point, it's almost impossible to see.
Raiders will not challenge it. We've not gotten a good replay, even though CBS's #1 crew is here. Leckler will punt. He got pressure, but he got out of the way. Here is Jeremy Curley, the rookie, to return this punt. An over-the-shoulder catch. 25 going to come wide left. Breaks a tackle, spun around, and dropped shy of the 30-yard line. Rock Cartwright got down there to spin him around. Chimdi Chekwa, the rookie corner out of Ohio State. Sanchez, there's movement on the line. It'll be a false start on the New York Jets. And Matthew Mulligan, their tight end, their backup tight end, moved early, Gene Steratore.
False start. Offense, number 82. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Michael Huff, who did not start the game last week in Buffalo, has a groin injury, has been shaken up, and he is not in there right now. His backup is Matt Giordano, and he is in right now. Look at our injury, and the backup brought to you by Carbonite, automatic online backup for your home and small business computers. So Matt Giordano backing up for Michael Huff. 1st and 15, Jets on their 24. Lone back Sean Green, a slot right. Mason left, Green stumbles coming forward, and because of that, he gets nothing. Rolando McClain makes the tackle. Sean Green, the third-year back out of Iowa, on the grass part of the O.Co. Coliseum playing surface, Tom. It is slick, though, with the rain this morning. Just lost his footing on the snap of the football and then never got coming forward.
Yeah, it screwed up the timing a little bit, but that time they took the right tackle, Hunter, and moved him over to the left side in place of the tight end, so they were a little unbalanced to the left side. That's the side they were running to.
LaDainian Tomlinson is in. The Jets go empty set now, what Buffalo did last week. Sanchez in the gun. 3 are right, 2 are left, including LT and Burris left. Here's Giordano on a blitz. They get it out to Tomlinson. He spun around, breaks a tackle, and runs for a first down to midfield. Raider 40 down the sideline. He's gone. LaDainian Tomlinson 10-5. They push him out. Is he in? He's going to put him on the goal line. The old LT would have scored easily there, but the Raiders push him out inside the 1-yard line. Rolando McClain missed the tackle. He had him right in the middle of the field. It would have been shy of the first down. He was able to slip out of that and go 74 yards down the sideline.
And that's where the problem lies with the defense is the missed tackles down the field. That time there were 2 missed tackles that should have been made. I know it's LaDainian, but still, you've got to make those tackles.
Joey Porter missed a second one. For the old LT would have scored easily, but at age 32, he takes it down to the 1-yard line. And now Sanchez to Sean Green off the right side. John Henderson, Big John, will swallow him up short of the goal line. But the Raiders had a chance. Again, Rolando McClain missed the tackle out in the middle of the field. He missed many and was blocked on many other of the big plays that Buffalo made last Sunday, Tom, in the second half. That should have been no gain off the field and make them punt. Instead, they're going to score a touchdown, it looks like.
Yeah, they're right down there. It's going to be hard to keep them out of there on 2 more downs.
Second down and goal inside the 1. John Connor, the Terminator, the fullback, sliding left. Sanchez can run in the end zone himself. He'll go off the right side. He'll dive in for a Jet touchdown. They fake the stretch run left and roll the quarterback right. He has great feet, and Sanchez dives in. So the Raiders, when they look back at the game film in Buffalo, you could break it down and scheme it, but they missed tackles in the open field, Tom, blew assignments, and here a simple missed tackle results in a 74-yard gain and ultimately a Jet touchdown.
Yeah, it's just that's the name of the game, and too many missed tackles by the linebackers and actually the weak safety. Last week, Giordano missed some tackles, some key tackles too. I hate to point out people, but you got to point it out because facts are facts.
They're going to have to replay this touchdown.
Yeah, they do that. It's automatic.
But I mean, they're going to have to send it down, I think, for the official to look at this. Maybe they said confirmation. There's 2 ways to do it. The replay official, Paul Wiedner, can say he wants the on-field ref, Gene Steratore, to look at it, which he's not going to have him do. So apparently they saw enough upstairs to award Sanchez the touchdown, and now the point after by Nick Folk is made. Jets tie at a 4-play, 71-yard drive, but it was the one play, the LT 74-yard catch, breaking the tackle of Rolando McClain. Here's Nick Folk's kickoff, and Tywan Jones will let that land in the back of the end zone for another touchback. First and 10 Raiders. Campbell to play action to McFadden. Looks left time, lobs one out, caught. Denarius Moore working on Antonio Cromartie, and he picks up 9 on the outcut. Second and 1, they give it to McFadden coming off the left side. Raiders run heavily left, and the Jets know that, and see if they picked it up. They didn't get much. Rodney Poole, who will come in as a Jet nickel and dime defender, an extra safety, made the tackle. McFadden stopped short of the first down.
And you're going to see the matchup between Moore and Cromartie, because wherever Haywood Bay goes, that's where Revis is going. He's going from side to side wherever Bay goes.
At least to start.
Yeah.
Although they may switch off and put Revis on Moore later on. 3rd and 1, jumbo formation here. Richard Gordon playing as a fullback, the tight end, in lieu of Marcel Reese. And the tail of the eye, Michael Bush, they give it to Michael. He stopped in the backfield. They made him move one time laterally, and that stuffed the whole play. Calvin Pace got in there, Tom, the outside linebacker, and he threw it back inside. And the Jets swarmed and made the tackle, but it was Calvin Pace, the outside linebacker, who turned that back inside.
Yeah, there was penetration up the middle, too. I'm not sure who the penetrator was, but there was penetration. DeVito. Yeah, that's the second time he's been in the Raider backfield and blown up the play from the start.
Mike DeVito, the tackle, able to push that in more so than Calvin Pace. So here's Leckler to punt again. First one went 56 yards. The rookie back to return is Jeremy Curley out of Texas Christian University. Brad Smith left them in the offseason. He's now a Buffalo Bill, as you all know. High Leckler punt. Wobbly one. Curley steps up. First player, Chekwa misses. Kondo misses. Curley in the open field, 40. He cuts inside midfield. Only Leckler can stop him. He runs by that. He's out of bounds, though. We're going to push him out of around the 20-yard line. Leckler slowed him up enough where one of the Raiders could push him out. Well, the Raiders did not cover that Leckler punt at all. A 49-yard punt and a 54-yard return by Jeremy Curley. Wow. Right down the sideline. Matt Giordano forced it back inside, but there was no Raiders there to make the play. Leckler slowed him up, and ultimately Joey Porter, who went to Rutgers University in Piscataway in the tri-state area, was able to push him out.
Just a question of a long punt with only one gunner getting close by. Once he got by that gunner, there weren't enough people down the field.
Chris Johnson, that right knee injury now. Check was in playing over him. First and 10 Jets. Here's Sanchez. Now flushed out, rolling to his right, chased by Trevor Scott. Will throw in the end zone. Intercepted by Tyvon Branch in the end zone. A bad mistake by Sanchez there. He threw into double coverage. Rolling to his right time. Did not throw across his body, but nearly did. A cardinal sin for a quarterback, and he threw it up for grabs.
Yeah, just trying to make something out of nothing, and nothing turned into a positive.
Mark Sanchez, even in winning last Sunday against Jacksonville, threw 2 interceptions. He throws one here to Tyvon Branch. Raiders take over on the touchback, and their 20-yard line. First and 10. Trying to power out, moving north to south in a 7-7 game. Brock Cartwright, the fullback, in for Reese. There's a fake to McFadden. Campbell going to flare one out to McFadden right flat, and the Jets are all over it. Not fooled at all is Calvin Pace, former Arizona Cardinal, now a third-year Jet, Tom. He followed McFadden into flat, and right after the play action to McFadden, and McFadden caught the ball and got nailed for a 3-yard loss.
Yeah, just Raiders slowing down their tempo a little bit. That first drive of theirs, the tempo was so high, there's no way they could possibly keep up the same type of tempo. But they need to take advantage of this turnover by Sanchez, and starting out losing 3 yards is not a good way to do it.
Raiders jumped into a no huddle the first time they had the ball, went 74 yards in 5 plays. They have 4 receivers in now, Moore, Hagan, Schillens, and Hayward Bay. Lone back is McFadden. They run onto this formation. They give it to Darren off the right side of the Jets. Are stout, like DeVito we called out earlier in that front 3, able to make the play. Also David Harris, he's underrated, of course, playing next to Bart Scott, but David Harris last year was voted the Jets' most valuable player. He's led the team in tackles 3 of his first 4 years in the NFL, Tom. They got a couple of smart inside backers in Bart Scott and David Harris.
Yeah, and they just a massive substitution. They brought in 5 new guys, took out 5. That's a big-time substitution.
3rd and 10. Raiders go slot left. Chaz Schillings inside of Denarius Moore. Cromartie one-on-one with Moore. Darius Hayward-Bay is right. Revis has Moore. Derek Hayden in the right slot. Here's a blitz by Westerman. And Harris coming through, and Campbell must throw the ball away. He never got outside of the tackle box, but he threw it over the head of Derek Hagan to avoid the grounding. That time Rex Ryan set a couple of inside linebackers. Jamal Westerman, who comes in and plays in their nickel, and David Harris both came from inside.
That's one of his little oddball type of defenses where they have 2 down linemen and a bunch of linebackers and defensive backs, and they brought two linebackers up the middle with a crisscross.
And it's the New York Jets Pittsburgh Steelers version of the blitz. They love to blitz those inside backers and crisscross them. Here's Leckler going to punt from the 10-yard line. Last one, a long return by Curley. He will take this on the 25. 2 Raider gunners there to meet him simultaneously. Beautifully done there. He got out of it. He broke the tackle and then fumbled the ball, and the Jets have recovered. Somehow, you know what? As soon as his helmet came off, the play's dead. His helmet came off.
Way back where on about the 21-yard line.
Taiwan Jones and Chimdi Chekwa, the gunners, arrived immediately. They didn't tackle him, but they vice gripped him and popped his helmet off. And by the new rule of the NFL this year, once your helmet is off, you cannot advance the play, which he did. He ran forward, and he actually fumbled the ball. It was popped up in the air by Kondo, but it was recovered by Matt Mulligan, their safety. But once his helmet came off, the play was dead time. But how did he get out of that tackle?
I don't know, but he should have. The whistle should have been a lot louder than it was, because he should have known he shouldn't be running. That's dangerous for him.
Now Curley was actually running and being grabbed around the ear with no helmet. It is Chekwa, the Raider, 4th-round draft pick out of Ohio State, who's playing for Chris Johnson, who's out with a knee injury. Joey Porter's also winning this Raider nickel defense. 1st and 10, Sanchez, and a pre-snap penalty, as the ball was snapped by Colin Baxter, the new center, but there was movement on the line. Which way is Gene Sterator's crew going here? As there was movement by the Jets, but the Raiders and Desmond Bryant also fired early. Which guy flinched first?
Yeah, as usual, the Raiders are pointing at them, and the Jets are pointing at the Raiders. So we'll have to see what the official comes up with.
Here is Gene Sterator, our referee today.
False start. Offense number 68. 5-yard penalty. First down.
It's on Matt Slauson, the left guard. That's the old Slauson cutoff there, huh?
Yeah.
Jets did not commit a penalty on opening night against Dallas, not one. And, of course, the next night in their opener, the Raiders committed 15 in Denver. The Raiders are the most penalized team in football every year, and the Jets, even going back to Herm Edwards, and certainly under Rex Ryan, the least penalized. Jets now with 3 penalties. The Raiders, no penalties yet to start today. And the Jets, 3 penalties have cost them 35 yards. 1st and 15, back on their 15. They fake the dive and flip it to Sean Green, who gets the edge. A block by Plaxico Burris, and Green picks up more than half of the 15 needed on first down, as Jarvis Moss, the end on that side, Tom, did not stay home. And now after the play, he and Sean Green are bumping. They faked the dive to the fullback and flipped it out to Sean Green, who got the edge.
Yeah, a little misdirection, and you had Stanford Rout out there, but he got tied up. He got tied up in a block and was not able to get out and turn the play back to the inside.
And Matt Giordano came up with a lame shoulder, but he is still playing. The Raider deep safety, always a safety in the post. 2nd and 3, Jets on their 28-yard line. Lone back is Green. Sanchez under center. And Sanchez hand off to Green off the left side, swallowed up by Desmond Bryant. Bryant got great penetration, the former Harvard star. And Rolando McClain, the middle linebacker, jumped on him. That'll bring up a 3rd down and short for the Jets and their offensive coordinator, Brian Schottenheimer, Marty's son. And he does have one of Marty's great weapons, LaDainian Tomlinson, the future Hall of Famer, their longtime Charger, who has had the big play of the game for the Jets when he caught that 74-yard dump off and took it down to the goal line. LT is now in on 3rd down. 3rd down and 2 Jets. Sanchez in the gun. 3 receivers right, Plaxico left, one-on-one with Chekwa. They roll Sanchez right, rolling and throwing, and caught by Santonio Holmes for a Jet first down as he beat Tyvon Branch there, rolling out to midfield. Sanchez, Tom, not accurate all the time, but he is more accurate seemingly when he rolls out of the pocket. That was a design roll to his right, and he was able to find Santonio Holmes for a 19-yard gain.
Yeah, just to get away from the pass rush and give him a better view of the field, and he threw the ball very well on the move. And you're right, he does throw the ball well to the right. Maybe that's why he threw that errant throw for the interception. He's very confident of throwing.
50 seconds to play, Coach, in the opening quarter, tied at 7. Jets on their own 49. There's Sanchez, a pump right, a look left, a throwback right, and a flag in the air, 2 of them. They're going to get Stanford route for a pass interference call on Plaxico Burris. Stanford saying that Plax pushed back off on him. Let's see here. Do they call it on the wide receiver or the cornerback?
Yeah, they very rarely do call it on the wide receiver, but Plaxico is
Pass
a
interference. Defense.
It's on the Raiders.
Number 26. Spot of the foul. First down.
Yeah, slight advantage on the height, and they're getting Plaxico's slight advantage on most corners' height because he's 6'5".
And long.
Yeah, long arms.
Former Steeler and Giant. They have 2 guys in their wide receiving core that caught balls to win Super Bowls. Plaxico in Super Bowl 42 beating New England as a Giant, and Santonio Holmes Super Bowl 44 as a Steeler beating the Cardinals. 1st and 10, 36. Toss sweep, Sean Green coming left. Good block by DeBrickashaw Ferguson, and he rolls down to the Raider 27-yard line. Quentin Groves able to get him down, but Sean Green, for the first time in his young career, is going to be the featured back. A couple of years ago, he played behind Thomas Jones, and now he is playing as the lead guy. Last year it was LT who was the lead guy, Tom, but this year it's going to be Green, the feature back, and they'll bring in Tomlinson on 3rd down.
Yeah, well, it's a good combination. I mean, that's pretty nice situation to have, especially when you have Tomlinson as a backup.
And at this point of his career, at age 32, he's a terrific 3rd down back, always a good pass catcher. That play will be the final play of the first quarter. First play, second quarter. Jets 2nd and 1 on the Raider 27-yard line. I formation. They give it to the fullback, and it's a first down Jets. They gave it to the Terminator, John Carner, the big second-year fullback out of Kentucky. First down Jets on the Raider 25. 1st and 10 Jets on the Raider 24. Sanchez, play action left and a roll to his right. Tyvon Branch will step up. Seymour, throwback to his left into the end zone. Bumping. Broken up by Cameron Wembley. He was going to his tight end, Jeff Cumberland, and Wembley forced into the end zone, Tom, to cover the big tight end. The 2 big guys were kind of grappling for the ball awkwardly in midair, but Wembley able to make a nice enough play, and Cumberland is limping badly.
Yeah, he's limping. He can't even get out of the end zone on his own. He's way down at about the 10-yard line. So I'm not sure how he hurt himself, but he's in a lot of pain.
They want to get Wembley one-on-one, obviously, in coverage, and Wembley able to battle Cumberland there. Looks like an ankle injury for Cumberland, their 3rd tight end. 2nd and 10 Jets on the 24. Again, empty set, 3 left, 2 right. Here's Sanchez up in the pocket, throwing end zone. It is broken up and dropped. Should have been an interception. Giordano dropped the ball. A flag is down, and they may get it on Stanford route. For a possible hold, maybe even a pass interference call on Burris. If it's a hold, it's only 5 yards. If there's a PI, they'll put it near the goal line, Tom.
Well, the penalty was way away from the ball.
Little use of the hands to the face. Defense number 26.
It's only a 5-yarder.
5-yard penalty, automatic, first down.
It's only a 5-yarder. It won't be on the goal line. It'll be inside the red zone, though, Tom, on the Raider 19-yard line. First down, Jets.
Yeah, but only a 5-yarder, but it happened on 3rd down. And that's where the bad part is. Yeah, they're having a pretty good battle, he and Burrows. Oh, it happened on 2nd down?
Second down.
I'm sorry. My apologies.
Connor picked up the first down of the first play of the quarter, but still, you've given him a first down inside the red zone. Plaxico Burris wide left, watched by the rookie Chekwa. Sanchez, handoff, Sean Green, hit in the backfield, breaks a tackle to Shaughnessy, hit by Trevor Scott. Finally, he's dropped, but this big back out of Iowa picks up 2 yards. Sean Green goes 226 pounds his junior year, playing for Kirk Ferentz Tom in Iowa. He ran for over 1,800 yards, and his first big breakout game in the NFL came here 2 years ago as a rookie. He ran for 144 yards against the Raiders on 19 carries.
Yeah, they ran for a ton of yards that day. That was a big ground game for the Jets.
Yeah. They ran for 316 yards that day. 2nd and 9, Jets on the Raider 18-yard line. They motion out Keller, matched up by Branch left. Sanchez throws, caught. Touchdown, LaDainian Tomlinson. He beat Quentin Groves in coverage. And that's the matchups they want. They want to go at Cameron Wembley, They took a shot in the end zone, broke it up, and now they go at Quentin Groves, has to defend LaDainian Tomlinson, Tom, and he couldn't do it. And LT is hurting the Raiders again. That's another Tomlinson touchdown, his 26th against the Raiders and his 13th in the stadium.
Well, that's too easy. I mean, that's a joke. If you're going to put Quentin Groves on LaDainian, that we're going to lose 9 out of 10 times on that matchup.
So what do? Zone that? How do you play him?
Well, you got to be not Quentin Groves. He's not the answer.
All right, Nick Folk makes the extra point, and the Jets have a 14-7 lead. Taiwan Jones in the black hole end zone, the south end zone. Grew up a Raider fan, of course, in Antioch. Went to Deer Valley High. He'll return this kickoff. Standing right in the middle of the D and Raiders as Nick Folk, the former Cowboy, will kick away. And Jones will have a chance to take this out. Short kick, field to play. On the 3, starts far right, return left, comes back, breaks one tackle, and he's going to get stopped on the 11-yard line. All right, Raiders, the first time they had the ball, they jumped into a no-huddle, went 76 yards, 5 plays right down the field, touchdown. They've had 3 drives since. They've not gone to the no-huddle, and they've lost 8 yards combined in the 3 drives. They go wide left with a slot, Cartwright in motion, and they give it to McFadden. No, Campbell got a play action. He kept the ball. No one open. He throws the ball away. And a flag is down at the line of scrimmage. So let's see. What a great play fake. First of all by Jason to McFadden. I was certain McFadden had the ball, but Jason kept it. He was going to a tight end throwback to Gordon. Did the Jets hit somebody late, or are they warning about an illegal pass? Did he ground the ball? Was anybody open downfield when Jason threw it away?
No, but he threw it. He threw it to Gordon. Gordon was running down the left sideline. He just overthrew it.
They may pick this flag up here. Gene Steratore conversing with his crew, and now
personal foul, roughing the pass.
Yeah, they hit him.
Number 96.
They hit him late.
15 yards automatic. First down.
It's on the rookie Muhammad Wilkerson, Jets' first-round pick, the 30th overall at a Temple. He hit Campbell late, so a big break there.
Yeah,
the play did not work. None of the Jets were fooled on the play action to McFadden and the throwback. Gordon was not open. Just a slight bump there by Wilkerson. Well, what a break the Raiders got there.
Yeah, that was a gift there.
And they got to pick up the flag.
They're talking about it right now. That was a pretty good gift, and Rex Ryan is furious. I don't blame him.
Well, he saw a replay. They may pick this up. That was not much of a bump at all. I mean, literally, they have to pick up the flag. The yellow flag is still on the field at the 6, so I mean it both literally and figuratively. They may pick it up, meaning they may not actually penalize.
With the crew, it's been determined that there was no receiver in the area. Therefore, along with the personal foul roughing the passer on 96 defense, we have intentional grounding, number 8 of the offense. Those penalties will offset, and we will replay first down.
All right, so now they're going the other way. Where's Lou Saban and you? Marv Levy. You over officious jerks. I mean, there's two. Yeah. Gordon was in the area.
Yeah, he was. He was running. He was trying to run a route down the left sideline, and he had come all the way across the field. He actually got knocked off his route quite a bit by trying to run it. But he was in the area, but the ball was thrown out of bounds. That was the problem.
Maybe ultimately justice is served, but neither flag should have been thrown. It was not grounding. It was not roughing the quarterback. So the end result is 1st and 10, 13-yard line. The Raiders will take that. Campbell going to swing it out to Taiwan Jones. Left flat. Brian Thomas will tackle him all by himself. These Jets outside linebackers, they are veteran. They are smart. You got Brian Thomas on one side, Kelvin Pace on the other. They tried to flare it out. It was not a screen. There was nobody out to block for Taiwan Jonestown. They wanted them to beat Thomas in open space. He couldn't, and he lost 5 yards.
Yeah, the Raiders have tried a lot of the little bubble screens. They've been successful on one. Little dump passes, little swing routes, trying to get their running backs with running room.
Here's Campbell handing off to McFadden off the right side. A cutback running room. 20, 25. He dives out, and he's got a Raider first down. Nicely done by McFadden. A power run there off a stretch outside zone handoff. One cut, knees churning up to his chest, and a 17-yard gain. And the Raiders are going to go jump back into the no-huddle offense. I was wondering when they were going to do it. when they've been in the no huddle, they played well, play faster. Campbell to play action. Campbell looking right, lobbing one out there, and over the top is Cromartie, and he overthrew Denarius Moore, who stumbled down. That ball was luckily incomplete because Cromartie was on top of Moore the entire time, and that was not going to be caught by Moore at all.
Yeah, Cromartie guessed right in that one. I mean, he wasn't going to let Moore get behind him again, so he was playing pretty loose.
Moore comes off the field, and he is replaced by Derek Hagan. He goes wide right, watched by Antonio Cromartie. Darrelle Revis comes left. He matches up with Schillens. Second down. Straight drop by Campbell to throw on the right, outcut. Broken up, nearly picked by Cromartie. And a flag comes down to the deeper secondary. In the deeper secondary here, they get a PI on Cromartie. Yes, pass interference holding call.
Holding call
on Antonio Cromartie. It'll give the Raiders an automatic first down and 5 yards.
Cromartie gets a pass, holding. Defense number 31. 5-yard penalty, automatic, first down.
Cromartie gets a lot of penalties during the course of the year. I mean, PIs, holding, illegal chucks, mainly because of the style of his play. He's a very aggressive player.
Jason Campbell described him as a wide receiver on defense. He wants the ball. Handoff McFadden as they quick snapped him. First down Raiders, and McFadden rolls out to around the 43-yard line. Bart Scott made the tackle. The Raiders normally like to run to their left, Tom, but the Jets are overloading their defensive right. They know that, so the Raiders now are finding some soft spots running off their right side.
Yeah, that was just a straight-ahead power play off the right side, going outside the tackle box.
McFadden a 14-yard gain after a 17-yard gain earlier. Taiwan Jones is in. Toss sweep to Taiwan coming left. A block there by Myers. Gets him the edge, and he runs out into Jet territory. This time they go left. Brandon Myers, the tight end, a nice block to get him that edge. And Taiwan Jones a 9-yard gain into Jet territory. Second down and short coming up. And now the Raiders will bring into the game Michael Bush on the second and short. McFadden, Taiwan Jones, and now back to the power back, Bush. Denarius Moore back in, goes out wide right, watched by Antonio Cromartie. Left is Darius Hayward-Bay, watched by Revis. They give it to Bush, first down Raiders. Bush one cut, and he picks up 3. Inside the Jet 45, drop down the Jet 44-yard line. First down Raiders. Calvin Pace the tackle, and the Raiders go right back into the no huddle now. Jets will sub out. They will take Mike DeVito, a lineman, off the field. It is first and 10 Raiders. Cartwright the fullback. Reese is not yet returned. Campbell to play action. A throw out right short. He had Moore open, and Campbell missed him. Threw it in the ground, and as he threw, he got leveled by Brian Thomas. The Raiders did huddle after that last play. Campbell 7 of 10 for just 52 yards, though. Second and 10. Inside handoff out of the shotgun to McFadden straight ahead. Grabbed around the waist by Brian Thomas and Calvin Pace, their 2 inside backers. McFadden still not down, as he never did quite go down, but they hold him up long enough to get the whistle. McFadden running hard as always. Picks up 6 more. And the Raiders without a huddle right back up on the line here for a big third down and 4. Rex Ryan can't call his defense here on third down. Campbell a 3-step drop. Looks, throws right through the hands of Myers, incomplete. Myers would have had a first down. He would have caught and turned and run for a first down, but he dropped the ball. So what does Hugh Jackson do here? The field goal would be lengthy here. It'd be about a 56-yarder, and they are going to bring him out. Janikowski to try a 56-yarder off the dirt baseball infield.
Yeah, that was a big miss because that was a very catchable ball. That was right in Brandon Myers' hands. I mean, he should have caught that ball, turned it up for the first down, but these things happen.
Right from the shortstop position, dirt baseball infield. Kondo will snap, Lechler will hold. Jano from 56 yards away. Snap is down. Jano has it away. He has the distance, and it is no good. It is wide right. He missed it wide to the right. Janikowski misses from 56. First and 10, Jets on their own 46. Mark Sanchez under center. Long snap. Drops. Looking left the whole way. Throws short. Catch Sean Green the back. Tackled immediately by Rolando McClain. Second and 6. Jets in midfield. Lone back is Sean Green. Toss. Sweep to Green coming right. Led by Wayne Hunter. A good block. first down New York, and Green will roll down inside the Raider 40-yard line and drop it around the Raider 35-yard line. The toss sweep there to Sean Green gets them 15 yards. They don't want to run up in the middle of the front. John Henderson and Tommy Kelly and Richard Seymour, Tom, but they are running effectively on the perimeter on the toss sweep.
Well, they're running against the defensive backs is what they're doing because the defensive line and linebackers are getting outflanked. And they're not out there to help, so the only thing out there to make tackles are the defensive backs.
That was Matt Giordano, the Raider free safety, who made the tackle on Green. First and 10, New York on the Raider 35. Derek Mason, the former Titan and Raven, in motion. Here's a pivot route to him, left side. Tackled immediately, wrapped up and dropped right at the line of scrimmage. Matt Shaughnessy, 14-7 Jets. Sanchez in the gun. A slot right. Santonio Holmes left, one-on-one with Chimdi Chekwa. Here's Sanchez. Snap went to his right, but he got it. Throws left. Ball juggled up in the air and dropped. Incomplete. He was going to his receiver, Patrick Turner. They played together at USC. Turner was elevated off the practice squad last week, Tom, the former USC Trojan. Big receiver, 6'5", 220, almost looks like a tight end. He's so big.
Yeah, Joey Porter played that very well because, first of all, he attacked Hunter at the line of scrimmage and threw him off his route, forced him to come out of his route, not in good control. And that's why he popped the ball up in the air, and in doing so, Joey Porter grabbed him again.
Wearing number 88, he looks like a former Jet tight end from many years ago, Rich Castor. Third down and 9, Jets, 34-yard line. Sanchez shotgun, looks left, throws, ball caught, first down. Derek Mason right at the sticks, beats Joey Porter. Ball was nicely thrown there by Sanchez where Porter could not get at it. And the Jets are taking advantage of the Raiders and their nickel defense, Tom, and all the injuries to Chris Johnson and Michael Huff going at Joey Porter at a 3rd and 9. Mason picks up 11.
Well, the problem that they have now, the Raiders, is they're so short in the defensive backfield that it'd be hard. It's hard to blitz when they're in that defense because then you put your guys in man-to-man situation all across the board.
1st and 10, Jets on the Raider 23. Lead play, Sean Green, 20, 15. First down, Jets all the way to the 10-yard line. That time they had a gaping hole on the old lead play. The New York Jets, who love to ground and pound, have not been doing that very effectively the first couple of weeks of the year, but that time led by the Terminator, John Carner, the fullback on the lead play. Green cut inside. Nice block by DeBrickashaw Ferguson on Quentin Groves. A 12-yard pickup. Sean Green, 9 carries, 51 yards. He's doing it on the ground, LT in the air. Tomlinson in now. 1st and 10, Jets on the Raider 11-yard line. Slot right. There's a handoff to LT up the middle. Will take it inside the 5. He's dropped on the Raider 4. A 360-degree turn by the quarterback, Sanchez, Tom. And he gave it to Tomlinson, who started right, angled back left on the slant run, and he picks up 6 yards.
Yeah, just to say, it was a simple little trap play up the middle, run successfully. Of course, Tomlinson is a complete back because he can run it all. He can run the little traps, he can run the stretch, and coming out of the backfield as a receiver, obviously he's outstanding.
Over 13,000 yards rushing, 6th most in the history of the league. His touchdown earlier, his 160th career, 3rd all-time behind Jerry Rice and Emmitt Smith. Here's LT off the left side of the draw. Darted back inside, then he stacked up and dropped. That'll bring up a 3rd down and about 2 or 3 from the Raider 3-yard line. LT stopped in the hole there, and Matt Shaughnessy jumped on him. So a big play now. Raiders jumped the Jets early, going to no huddle at 7-0, 2.5 into the game. The Jets have controlled it since. 5.5 to play in the half. Jets 14, Raiders 7. It is a 3rd and 2, Jets on the Raider 3. Jets have converted 2 of 4 on 3rd down. A late sub now. Quentin Groves comes in very late. Do they have 11 on the field here?
Yeah, they got 11, yeah.
Sanchez under center. Play action to Green. They roll Sanchez right. Nobody open, though. Avoids Houston, throws in the end zone. Broken up. Should have been caught by Mulligan for a touchdown, but the ball was popped out of there by Quentin Groves. That lonesome 11th man who came out late, Tom, wound up making the play.
Yeah, he made the play, but actually that ball should have been thrown for a loss. Should have been way back in the backfield for a loss. But once again, another missed tackle. That was Houston missing the tackle. You got to make that tackle.
The ball was tipped. Sanchez threw it. The ball was tipped by John Henderson, and Groves able to fire up there and knock it away from Mulligan. There's the field goal attempt, a 21-yarder by Nick Folk. Just a mere extra point. Mark Brunell, their backup quarterback, is the holder. He's got it down, and Folk splits the uprights. Here's Nick Folk to kick away, 3-year Dallas Cowboy. From the 35-yard line north to south, Taiwan Jones is back to return the kick. He'll creep up, take it at the goal line, maybe a yard deep, far right, stays right, 10-15, spun around and dropped at the 15-yard line. And the Raiders will start their drive from there when we come back. Each team has 3 timeouts remaining, 4:56 to play. First and 10, Raiders on their 15-yard line. 5 minutes to go in the half. They're down 17-7. Campbell is audibilizing at the line. Slot left. Hayward Bay right. They give it to McFadden off the left side. And he is tackled for a gain of about 2 by Calvin Pace. DHB comes left, and Cromartie has DHB. So now it is Moore against Revis, who was playing him loose. Not his typical press man. 2nd and 9, Raiders. Campbell a drop, a pump, right, a look back left for Hayward Bay. He overthrew him. And a flag came down. A hold, I think, on Cromartie. It's going to be a hold on Antonio Cromartie. Another flag on the former Charger turned Jet. It'll not be a PI, though.
Holding, defense number 31.
Yeah.
5-yard penalty, automatic, first down.
See, that's 3 on him today, just the first half. So, what I said earlier, he plays the game so aggressively that he's going to get called a lot during the course of the entire year.
And you see what the Raiders did that time. They flipped the receivers, and Revis is not following anybody, but now he is. Now Revis is coming over to Hayward Bay, and Cromartie goes on the other side. The Raiders have Hagan tight right. Schillens goes in long motion right outside of Hagan. Hayward Bay left. Campbell back. Barksdale a good block and a throw and a catch by Schillens. Right at the sticks. Tackled immediately by Antonio Cromartie. The Raiders want to get physical with Cromartie. They acknowledge he's a tremendous athlete, but he's not a real physical player, Tom. They want to run physical routes right at him.
Yeah, because of what we've been talking about, because if he tries to play physical, he gets a lot of PIs or defensive infractions.
Now Revis is following Hayward Bay. That's pretty obvious. 2nd and 1. Here's a handoff. McFadden gets the edge. 30, 35, 40. Midfield. McFadden breaks a tackle. He's gone! 10, 5, touchdown! Raiders! Darren McFadden gallops into the end zone. A 70-yard run.
2 great blocks there, one by Kevin Boss and one by Chaz Schillens, enabled him to make the cuts down the field. Man, is he something.
Wow, when he gets in the open field, Tom, I don't know if there's a back in football that possesses the power to run through tackles, make the cut, and once he got the block from Hagan, it was over. A touchdown for McFadden. Janikowski for the point after. Obviously, Adrian Peterson is a tremendous player. But Darren McFadden, when you bring in all the skills needed to run the football in this league, Tom, he may be the best. What a run that was. Janikowski with the point after. Last week, the combination of the running and the catching. Last week, Tom, he had a huge game. 72 yards rushing in Buffalo, 71 receiving. He had a touchdown at both. So Darren McFadden has scored 4 touchdowns this early year, 2 last week and already 2 this week, and a 70-yarder, and that was a gallop. Once he got in the open field, he was galloping through the pasture. No one was going to run him down.
Yeah, but he was just, he's fun to watch, exciting to watch, and you talk about he's a power runner and he's a big play runner, so he's the real deal.
Well, the Raiders are right back into the game now, 17-14 with 3:40 to play. We were talking earlier about 38 matchup between the Raiders and the Jets. The most famous one, I think, in the regular season. They met for the AFL Championship when the Jets won and went to Super Bowl III, and they won at Shea. But the most famous one was the Heidi game, which was contested November of 17th, 1968. Janikowski will touch back one here right through Antonio Cromartie over him, and that'll be a touchback. Another one. 1st and 10 Jets on their own 20 after Janikowski's touchback. Sanchez, short drop, looks left, throws right, catch. Keller jumped on by McLean, who picks him up and slams him down. That's how he tackled Darren Sproles last year in San Diego. No flag though. McLean lifted up Keller and planted him down, and Keller barking back and Groves. His linebacking mate got into the face mask to Keller to back up Rolando McClain. Well, it's getting fun down there. Like Ben Davidson and Joe Namath all over again. And the angry 11 angry men, they broke Joe Namath's jaw back in the late 60s. 2nd and 5. Jets on their 25. Under 3 to go in the half. 17-14 Jets. Sanchez fakes the toss, rolls right and through behind Keller, and a flag down. And a holding called on Cameron Wimbley. Interesting. Did he hold Keller there?
Well, might have, but he didn't have to because Sanchez was actually throwing that ball away because he had 3 black shirts in his face.
They faked the toss left, rolled the quarterback right, and he threw behind, but a hold.
Pass, holding. Defense, number 96. 5-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
Well, it's a battle today. Raiders pick up the penalty. Not a lot of penalties on the Raiders now. That's their 3rd of the half for 25 yards. Jets 5 for 45. Each team has 3 timeouts remaining. Well, this gives the Jets the automatic first down on the New York 30-yard line. 17-14 Jets with 2:50 to play in the half. Mark Sanchez breaks the huddle, the number 5 overall pick, and they traded up to get him out of USC back in the 2009 draft, wearing number 6 in his white Jet uniform. Hand off to Green off the right side. Well played by Tyvon Branch. The 8th man in the box there, Tom. Branch came up from a strong safety spot and blasted up that run play with a nice form tackle, holding Green to a 2-yard gain.
Yeah, playing on the backside, the slot was to the left side, and they were trying to run off tackle, and as soon as that hole opened, Branch shot, and he filled it in about a half a second, and it was right there to meet Green.
We are going to get a 2-minute warning here, so this play will be pivotal in how these last minutes of the half will unfold. 2nd and 8, Jets on their 32. Santonio Holmes goes in motion. No Raider follows. A likely zone coverage behind. There's Sanchez, 7-step drop, throws to Green, and he's tackled immediately by a rejuvenated Quentin Groves here. He is fired up. Nice play by Groves, and that'll take us to the 2-minute warning. So a big play will come up after the 2-minute warning. Third and 7, Jets on their 33. Groves creeping up, showing blitz. Raiders a 4-man rush. We'll see if more come. 3rd and 7, Jets. Slot right. Plaxico Burris left. Sanchez. Raiders rush 4. That's all. Throw, and it's incomplete. He threw an in-cut. Burris ran an out-cut. Not sure where Sanchez is going there on the coverage of Chimdi Chekwa. And there are times, Tom, that you have to think that Sanchez cannot be this errant. He is simply reading the field differently than his wide receivers, and he thought Burris would go in, and Burris went out that time.
Yeah, and the Raiders looked like they were coming on some kind of a blitz, but ended up playing the zone.
Here's the punt here, and a chance for a return from Denarius Moore. And the punt by T.J. Connolly. Moore will not fair catch. Catch far left, pivots out right, and he is dropped in his tracks. Actually lost yardage there. So 1:44 to go in the half. Raiders have 3 timeouts to use, and they will start from their 14-yard line, trying to tie the game or take the lead here late in the half. Jets up 17-14. Denarius Moore goes wide right outside the numbers. He is watched by Cromartie. Left is Hayward Bay, watched by Revis. Pump, draw, handoff. Michael Bush straight ahead. Good call, and a good run for about 9. They spread him out, Tom, with a 3 wide receiver formation. They fake the quick one, the pump on the draw, and give it to Michael Bush.
Yeah, a nice pickup, 9 yards, time to get the first down. Now they can either use the time or probably use the timeout.
2nd and 2, Hagan goes in motion. Left to right, Campbell out of the gun, looking right, throws, open, catch. Moore, he is tackled in the field of play. Not out of bounds, tackled by Cromartie. Raiders back up on the line. They have plenty of time, though. 1:10 to go in the half. First down, Raiders. 1st and 10. In between their 29 and their 30-yard line. Campbell back up on the line. A play already called. 3 receivers. Kevin Boss, Derek Hagan, and Denarius Moore right. Hayward Bay left. Campbell dump out. Nice catch. Bush, 35. Dropped on the Raider 38-yard line. Timeout Raiders. Timeout Raiders. With 52 seconds to go. Timeout Raiders. their offense, they can run the ball on this team. Their offense is functioning fine against the Jets' defense.
Absolutely. The offense is not the reason the Raiders are behind right now. It's the defense that has not been able to stop the Jets.
Raiders have generated 215 yards of offense in the first half. That's a lot on this team. 2nd and 3 Raiders on their own 37. Here's a pump right, a look middle, a throw out left to Moore. He makes the catch, goes out of bounds. Moore that time using the entire width of the field on the coverage of Cromartie, just set up on the far outside, almost on the sideline, and Campbell surveyed the field, came back, a wide throw left. First down, Raiders stop the clock with 47 seconds to go.
And the reason for the success of that, Greg, was the protection. The protection was just a 4-man rush, was outstanding, and gave Campbell a chance to see the whole field and then come back to Moore's, and he wisely just stepped out of bounds.
Right now, Rex Ryan playing more coverage. Will he begin to send extra people in an exotic blitz you? Now they come. Here's Campbell, a quick throw, catch by Kevin Boss. Rolls into Jet territory, tackled by Strickland. He's claiming he was not on the down. He got up and ran, that he did never touch down. That takes time off the clock now. They will call a timeout. Timeout, Raiders. Have they thrown on Revis yet today?
I don't. Short pass maybe. That's about it. Yeah, but he was in his zone.
He's a great player, Darrelle Revis.
Yeah.
Not quite the player he was a couple of years. He held out last year, pulled his hamstring, and he's still not quite back. But 2 years ago, he was the best, and he's certainly the best now. But a little bit less than what he was. The Raiders feel they can beat him at times. 2nd and 2, Campbell back, looking left, throwing, caught. Schillens did not get out of bounds, though. He was tackled in the field of play by their nickelback, Kyle Wilson. First down, Raiders. Got to go, though.
They got to clock it. They can
spike it.
They can clock it.
Don't false start, though. Make sure everybody moves. 28, 27, 26. Everybody's still. No, they're going to run a play. They hand it off to Bush. They did not clock it, and Bush will go forward to the 40. Well, they didn't get what they wanted out of that. Only a 7-yard gain. They got to hurry up, and now Campbell will call the final timeout. So they did not clock it on the first down. They wanted to pop a quick one to Bush and see if he could break a tackle, with the Jets not ready for a run, but they did tackle him after a gain of only 7. So the field goal right here would be about 57, 58 yards away. As they're on the 40, you back up 17 and a half, 18 yards, Tom. So he could make that, obviously. He made a 63-yarder in Denver, though. And here on the dirt, he has made a 57-yarder. So how do you play this? 18 seconds to go.
Well,
2nd and 4.
Go to the barn.
You want to go to the end zone. Daenerys Moore goes wide right. Schillens inside of him. A slot right, slot left. Hagan inside of Hayward Bay. Revis has Hayward Bay, and he's playing him loose. 2nd down. Campbell, a quick out catch. Schillens, he got hit at the sticks. They got to spike the ball here. They only gained 3 yards. 12 seconds, 10, 9, 8. Now they got plenty of time. You might as well just take it right down. You don't have to, just make sure you don't false start here. And they will spike it with 3. If you false start or move when you spike it, it's a 10-second runoff.
Well, the interesting thing on this is the official came over with a ball to put it down, and the Raiders were ready to spike it. He fell down, and he took about 3 or 4 seconds to get up and put the ball down so they could snap it.
And the official went down.
I guess that's just part of the flow of the game.
All right, so the field goal now will be about a 54-yarder. 54-yarder to tie the game here. Dirt baseball infield, almost the same spot he missed from 56. Kondo will snap. Leckler will hold for a tie game at halftime. Leckler's got it down. Janikowski, plenty of distance, and this one is good. Janikowski right down the middle from 54 yards away, and the Raiders have tied the Jets at halftime.
The only thing that the Jets have to be unhappy with is the amount of penalties that Cromartie had. But the Raiders have to be happy with the way they ran the ball, the way their offense moved the ball. Just a couple of plays on defense, they got tightened up.
Cromartie back to return the kick, which Janikowski mishits. It'll bounce and be taken by John Connor, the fullback up man at the 20. Lone back is Sean Green. They have a bunch formation right. Plaxico is the up man in the bunch. They also have the wide receiver, Patrick Turner and Derek Mason there. Sanchez audibilizing, play clock at 3. Sean Green creeps up, and it's a fake and a throw out. The ball was tipped by Lamar Houston. So Mark Sanchez not running this offense very effectively there at the line, Tom. Check to an audible very late. 2nd and 10, New York on their 21. Dustin Keller goes in motion left to right. Nobody follows. The Raiders may have jumped off sides. Handoff Sean Green coming right. Flag is down. And a tackle made by Tommy Kelly. Did he fumble the ball at the end of the play? He may have fumbled the ball. The ball's free on the ground. The Raiders are reacting like he fumbled.
It doesn't matter. It's going to be moved because
I understand.
the Raiders,
Matt Shaughnessy has the ball. You never know what they saw. It looked like Lamar Houston jumped off sides, though, which would negate the whole play. But you never know what they saw. Possible they'll say that's offside.
Defense, number 99, lined up in the neutral zone. 5-yard penalty. Replay second down.
Well, not only did he jump off sides, which he did, but they're saying he lined up off sides, which he might have, but he clearly jumped before the snap. Now, he just jumped. In any event, so the fumble, which would have been a live play, Tommy Kelly ripped that ball out from Green as he was going down, and they'll get the free foul. Now, Jeremy Curley, their punt returner, the round 5 pick out of Texas Christian, is in as a wide receiver, and they're going to put him into the Wildcat. He's going to play the Brad Smith role. Sanchez goes out left. Curley in the Wildcat, and he does keep it as he faked the handoff to Green. On the read pull option, he kept it, and Lamar Houston tackled him. They drafted Curley with the intent of maybe giving him some of the Brad Smith stuff, and then Smith left town as free agency started after the lockout was lifted. They went to Buffalo, and that first Wildcat did not work. The Raiders struck the Wildcat.
Well, they saw last week when the Raiders played the Buffalo, they saw Smith do it there, so they thought that maybe they could be successful as well.
3rd and 7 Jets. Sanchez back under center in the shotgun now. A bunch formation left. Derek Mason away from the bunch right. He and Keller are right. Holmes and Burris are left. Sanchez throws, catch. Mason, first down. Jets sped right by route, and he did step out. He ran down the sideline more, but he stepped out of bounds on the Jet 36-yard line of the Jets sideline.
Yeah, he was left all alone, though. There was nobody around him when he caught that ball. I don't know, something happened there as far as coverage is concerned.
They stacked up the 2 receivers. Also, Seymour hit Sanchez late after he threw. Stanford route lost Derek Mason on that stack formation. Seymour hit Sanchez, but no flag. Derek Mason, the longtime Titan and Raven, over 900 catches in his career, approaching 12,000 yards. 1st and 10, Jets on their 36. Holmes and Burris left. They fake, they stretch right, roll the quarterback left. Moss will sack him. Jarvis Moss drops Mark Sanchez back on the New York 25-yard line. First sack of the day for the Raiders, and it belongs to Jarvis Moss.
That's one of the adjustments that's pretty obvious that they made at halftime, Greg, is they at halftime, I'm sure they told whoever's the end man has containment, do not go for the fake. Keep the containment on those bootlegs, and they've done it so far.
And they like to even roll him to the left, even though he's a right-handed quarterback. They fake the stretch right and half boot him, roll him left. And Moss, the backside end there, stayed home and got the sack for a 10-yard loss. 2nd and 20, Jets back on their 26 now. Now they empty the backfield. Green the back, goes out wide left. 3 are right, 2 are left. And they go to Green the back, and he's tackled immediately by Chimbi Chekwa. The Raiders, all these injuries in the secondary, playing without Chris Johnson, without Michael Huff, but Chekwa's played well, Joey Porter's played well, and Matt Giordano's played well.
Yeah, these young kids, they're all stepping up, and when your number's called, you've got to be ready. And this is the National Football League, and these kids are stepping up, and they're giving it everything they've got with a lot of emotion.
Chimbi Chekwa, Raider 4th-round draft pick out of Ohio State. 3rd and 16 Jets on their own 30-yard line. We are tied at 17. 2.5 into the 3rd quarter. LaDainian Tomlinson is in, and Sean Green. They're both in. LT left and Green right in the gun. Sanchez back, check down. Green right flat. Raiders rally up and tackle him shy of the first down. Jerome Boyd makes the tackle on Sean Green, and that will force a New York Jet punt from their new punter, T.J. Conley. Nicely done by the Raider defense.
Yeah, nicely done. They conceded the underneath pass, knowing that they were going to get a few yards, but not giving up the yardage for the first down. They succeeded now, and they also succeeded in stopping them on their first drive after the kickoff.
Denarius Moore back to return this punt. He only had 1 return to the first half, -3 yards, calls for a fair catch, does not catch the ball then, and it rolls into the end zone for a touchback. So he got fortunate there. He went for a fair catch, but the ball was, he decided to let it go smartly, and it just rolls into the end zone. 1st and 10, Raiders on their 20. Campbell, handoff, McFadden, power straight ahead, right into inside linebackers David Harris, who drops McFadden after a gain of 2. That McFadden 70-yard touchdown gallop which turned the game around late in the first half, the longest run of his career. He had that 57-yarder last year in Denver. One of his 4 touchdowns he scored against the Broncos last year. That was the previous long for McFadden, but a 70-yarder today. Kevin Boss now moves in motion. He lines up as a tight end, tight left. They use Gordon, the rookie, tight end as an H-back, fullback here. Campbell on second down. He trips and he's sacked. There's pressure coming. I think he tripped under his own feet, not even a lineman, just his own feet tangled up. He was getting a blitz from his backside by Calvin Pace and David Harris, and it was David Harris who just ran in there. McFadden actually tripped him. Yeah. McFadden tripped Campbell.
Yeah, McFadden was coming over to pick up one of the blitzers on the left side, and he stepped on his right foot, or tripped his right ankle, and that's how he went down.
Yeah, McFadden slid over to pick up Pace or Harris, didn't wind up blocking either, and he tangled up. So the first time the Raider quarterback has gone down today, each team has a sack. Raiders in the first half did not convert on third down, 0 for 4. Now they face a 3rd and 15. Here's a quick throw and a catch by Schillens. 35, he's tackled shy of the first down though by Jim Leonard, their smart safety. Typical Jets there, Tom. They pressure you on a 3rd and 15, force a hot one, then rally up and make the tackle and force you to punt.
Yeah. I mean, it would have been nice if Schillens could have made that last guy miss the tackle, but Schillens is not that kind of receiver. He just got what he could, and it was a nice tackle.
The blitz came from the Raiders' left. They threw right over the blitz, but Leonard made the tackle. The former Buffalo Bill turned New York Jet. He was also a Baltimore Raven with Rex Ryan. Here's the punt by Lecter. Got pressured, got contacted, but no flag. And the punt will be taken here by Curley, and a good run back 40, breaks the tackle, and he's all the way up to the Jet 48-yard line. Direct snap to LaDainian Tomlinson out of the shotgun. A sweep coming left, and he picks up 4 yards into Raider territory. Pushed out there by the middle linebacker, Rolando McClain. That time they put Sanchez, the quarterback, in the gun. LT to his side, and a direct snap from the new center, Colin Baxter, went right to LT. Now the Jets are not huddling. First time they've done this. They've been effective this year, though, playing a 2-minute drill type offense. And now a timeout will be called. Actually, a stoppage of play as a Raider player is doubled over and needs a moment. And it's Quentin Groves.
Quentin Groves limps off the field. He was only about 5 yards on the field, but he limps off from there and caused a timeout because he couldn't get any further.
Maybe cramping up, but he's beginning to warm up here in the second half. Muggy day here by East Bay standards. You never have this kind of humidity in the air, but it did rain this morning. And Quentin Groves clearly is doubling over. If you're wondering about the faking of injuries here, which has been a hot topic around the NFL this week with the Giants doing it so blatantly on Monday night, he is not. He's in a lot of pain, writhing in pain because of the cramping. Jerome Boyd comes into play as a lone Raider linebacker. They're playing a 4-1-6 defense. Actually, McClain is also in there. Boyd being a 6th, defensive back. Here's a batted ball down. Jarvis Moss knocked the ball down as Sanchez threw a quick one, a zero route out of the flat to Derek Mason. Jarvis Moss having a big quarter here. Had a sack earlier, Tom, and now playing as a right defensive end, gets his hands up and knocks that ball away.
Yeah, well done, because he took a couple of steps and saw Sanchez pull up at a very short drop. So when you do that, defensive lineman, you just get in his face and jump as high as you can. Put your arms up.
3rd and 6. Jets have 4 receivers, Burris, Holmes, and Mason. A tight end, Keller. And now they go empty as LT goes out left. So Burris and LT are left, 3 right. Keller comes in tight right. Holmes and Mason outside of him. It is a 3rd down. Sanchez is back and sacked back into Jet territory. Raiders' 2nd sack of the game, and it's Cameron Wimbley who came flying around the embattled right tackle Wayne Hunter, Tom, and he got to Sanchez.
Yeah, even though the Jets had called for protection, they even brought a guy in. They outfoxed him because who's the guy you let go? You don't let Wimbley go. You let that little guy go that was inside of him.
Wayne Hunter wound up blocking nobody. Hunter trying to take over for Damian Woody, just whiffed there. Out of that empty backfield, the Raiders brought pressure. Here's a punt now from the new punter, TJ Connolly, barely got out of the way. A spiral kaleidoscope punt taken by Moore, and the gunner missed the first tackle. Brodney Poole, the veteran dime back, missed the tackle. Moore down the sideline with a 3-yard return, only a 33-yard punt. Couple of Raider defenders, Quentin Groves and Matt Shaughnessy, making their way back from the locker room where they were receiving medical assistance from Scott Touche. They're back on the sideline now. Raiders on offense, 1st and 10 on their own 28-yard line. Handoff to McFadden, coming left, strung out and dropped, as they just could not get any push there. The Jets know, Tom, that the Raiders are going to run to their left, where they've had most of their success this year behind Valdir and Stefan Wisniewski. And they're overloading that side, and the Raiders have had a hard time running that way today.
Yeah, they have. They're trying that. That was just a stretch route, and there was no place to go, and there was no cutback also. So he just lowered his head as McFadden does and got what he could, and that was about a yard or 2 yards.
He's without his lead blocker. Marcel Reese went out early today with an ankle injury. He's not come back. Rock Cartwright is in. Straight drop by Campbell on 2nd and 8. Throws right, tango. A flag on Cromartie. Yes! 2 flags on Cromartie. Another flag on Antonio Cromartie. Was a slant route to Denarius Moore. And Cromartie and Moore tangled at lower body around the ankles, and they got Cromartie again.
Yeah, number 4 for him.
Pass interference, defense, number 31. Spot of a foul, automatic, first down.
4 penalties on Cromartie. 2 have been induced by Denarius Moore today, as Moore tried to run a slant on Cromartie, and Cromartie loves to drive on those routes, and he just grabbed him around the waist, Tom.
Yeah, I sure did. I mean, some of them are just blatant.
1st and 10. Raiders on their 41-yard line. Slot left, taken inside of Moore. Darius Hayward-Bay right. Press coverage from Revis. Handoff, McFadden off the left side again. Nothing there. They're running at Brian Thomas, the veteran outside linebacker. 10th year with the Jets, and they just cannot get him blocked. Raiders typically run effectively to their left, but they've not been able to do it today against this Jet front. And maybe they'll have to try the right or middle. We'll see. 2nd down and 10. We are midway through this 3rd quarter. We are tied at 17. New England Patriots lost today, so if the Jets win, they will vault on top of them in the AFC East. Jets are 2-0. New England fell to 2-1. Campbell out of the gun, looking right. Cox twice, does not fire. Now rolling right, pressured by Calvin Pace, throws low, catch by Hagan, and he's tackled immediately by the nickelback Kyle Wilson, shy of the first down. But Jason Campbell somehow had a 5-yard gain out of that. Couple of looks, Tom, and nothing was there. Then rolled to his right, kept the play alive, chased by the lanky Pace, and then found Hagan.
Yeah, Hagan was just run a little simple a little short out route, and there was nothing there, nothing down the field there either. So far today, Hayward-Bay has been very quiet as far as receptions. Jets
are a great 3rd down defense. Rex Ryan has thrown the challenge flag out. He's saying that Hagan did not catch that ball, apparently.
Well, his defenders were pointing at the ground, indicating that I guess the ball had hit the ground. So we'll find out. We didn't see a replay on it, so or a replay that showed that.
Rex Ryan has thrown the challenge flag out. Now, if the ball was incomplete, it'd be 3rd and 10. So he is challenging merely for 5 yards here, but he figures that it's a big enough situation he'd rather have.
The New York Jets are challenging the previous play, the completed pass. Timeout.
Apparently he's going to rule that this is incomplete, and they're going to spot the ball back at the line. So it will be 3rd and 10 based on the way they are moving around down there.
Yeah, he's right. He's right. This is the only replay we've seen, and that ball bounced. There's no question.
All right, so it'll be 3rd and 10 at Raiders, not 3rd and 5.
They determined that the forward pass did skip off of the ground, therefore making it will be Oakland's ball.
Making it
31-yard line. The ball marked nearest the Jet sideline, and the game clock should be reset to 7 minutes, 2 seconds. 7:02 on the game clock, and the New York Jets are not charged with a timeout.
But they do use 1 challenge to pick up 5 yards. They can get that back if they successfully challenge a second one. They get a 3rd one. The Jets medical people over on their sideline are working on Mark Sanchez's nose. So he may have suffered a nose injury, maybe even a break of the nose on that last sack by Cameron Wembley. 3rd and 10. Raiders on their 41 now. 7:02 to go. Slot right. Hagan inside of Moore. Hayward-Bay is left. Campbell steps up in the pocket, has time. Does not throw, though. They're playing coverage, and a ball dropped on a circle route to the fullback, Rock Cartwright. and he would have caught it near the first down. Maybe have been able to run for the first down, except he dropped the football.
Yeah, doesn't do any good if you drop the ball. It doesn't. All the what ifs don't matter. And he had a little running room too.
And the Jets, you never know what they're going to give you on third down. The Raiders have not converted on third down today. They're 0 for 6 now. They're bringing some blitzes, Tom, but they're also dropping a lot of guys.
Yeah, they sure are.
Playing more coverage. It's so hard to figure out what they're doing. They'll overload, they'll exotic blitz you, but then they'll also play coverage. Leckler just kicked this ball into the end zone. He really hit it hard, and it's going to be a touchback. It's a 59-yard punt, but he's not going to be happy with that because he did not turn that over, and it's a 39-yard net. Since the New York Jets got that field goal by Nick Folk with 5 minutes to go in the half, the Raiders have outgained them 141 yards to 17. The Jets, in almost 15 minutes of play, have generated this 2 first downs. First and 10, they start from their 20, moving from right to left, south to north. Sanchez audibleizing, nobody moving though. Now he wants the wide receiver Turner to move in tight like a tight end, and H-back. They give it a Green off the right side, and the Raiders hold that to a yard gain. Chimdi Chekwa, the rookie, round 4, playing for the injured Chris Johnson, has played exceedingly well today. 2nd and 9. Sanchez pumps right, looks middle, pressured and sacked again. They bury Sanchez for a 3rd time today. Jarvis Moss is having a big game. Richard Seymour got in there. They had pressure from the outside, and Moss and Seymour Tom against Colin Baxter, the rookie free agent playing for Mangold. They're all over Sanchez.
Yeah, they're getting penetration now. They're starting to get fired up too. The Raider defense is they're smelling the blood right now, and Sanchez just doesn't look like the same guy right now.
3rd and 12. Slot left. Santonio Holmes watched by Joey Porter in the slot. Outside of him is Derek Mason. Plaxico Burress wide right, watched by Rout. Press man. Here's Sanchez up, throws. It's behind Tomlinson, covered by McLean. A flag is down, though. A flag is down. The Raiders got off the field on 3rd down, but they held. First down, Jets.
That's uncalled for. It's 3rd down and 11 or 12. Why would you take a chance?
To the pass. Holding. Defense number 26. 5-yard penalty.
That makes sense.
Automatic first down.
On Stanford route, he was locked up, press man with Burress, so he held him beyond 5 yards down the line of scrimmage, and that gives New York a first down. He jammed him off the line, and then he would not let go, and Burress, all the while he was grabbing him around the shoulder pads, Burress just ran the 5 yards down the line where it would be illegal.
Yeah, he got a good jam on him. Let him go. Let him go. I mean, they were playing zone anyway. Didn't make sense.
Got to know where the 5 yards are. 1st and 10 on the 24. Tomlinson moves out right wing. Here's Sanchez back. Screen to Sean Green left with a couple of blockers out in front. First down, Jets 35. Tackled from behind by Cameron Wembley out to nearly the Jet 40-yard line. We have not seen a lot of screens from either team. LT, one of the great screen runners in pro football history, and the Raiders have not screened at all to McFadden today, Tom. But that one worked. Sean Green gains 15 yards on a screen pass.
Especially the way Hugh Jackson likes to call screens. He likes to use that as a big part of his offense, and so far you're right, none in the first half.
Did a little bubble screening to McFadden and a receiver Moore, but not the true screen. 1st and 10. Jets on their 39. We are tied at 17. Late 3rd quarter. Green stumbling as he tried to find a hole, and he got tackled by Desmond Bryant from the backside. Just lost his footing after the play. Lamar Houston and the Jets tight end Matthew Mulligan are getting into it, but no flag comes down. No penalty either way for anything post-play, although they are still jawing. Plaxico Burress is really getting after it with the Raiders verbally. Plaxico playing only his 3rd league game after being incarcerated for 20 months on a gun charge in the Oneonta Correctional Facility in Rome, New York. He was a Giant, of course, a Super Bowl champion, and then went away for almost 2 years. Now he's a Jet. 2nd and 9 on the 40-yard line. Mason wide right, slot left. Sanchez back, throws middle, incomplete. Tomlinson got bumped, but no flag. Oh, flag came in late, way after the play. Not for the coverage of Groves on Tomlinson, but a personal foul on the Raiders.
Probably on Houston, because wasn't he the one that was drawn?
Here's Gene Steratore. Could have turned his mic on. He threw it himself.
Blow to the head. Number 90 of the defense.
Number 90?
Penalty. Automatic first down.
It's on Desmond Bryant. The Raiders cannot afford to start doing this. They've been playing a pretty clean game as far as the penalties, but now they're piling up here on this drive. Route on a third down, they got off the field, but he held Burris too far. And Desmond Bryant involved in it with Colin Baxter, the rookie free agent center, was playing because of the injury to Mangold. He hit him clearly late.
Yeah, Hugh Jackson.
The Jets a first down.
Hugh Jackson's irate on that one.
First and 10 on the 45 of the Raiders now. High formation behind Mark Sanchez. They fake the dive. They flip it to Green, coming left. Tackled by Jarvis Moss from behind. Moss playing well. Joey Porter also finished him off with a second hit. Porter's played well today. Chekwa playing well in for Chris Johnson. Joey Porter in the secondary for Huff, also playing well as the nickel corner. 2nd and 7 Jets on the Raider 42. Tied at 17 with 3.5 to go third quarter. Sanchez left flat, catch by Green. Moves inside on Chekwa. He's tackled, but not down. He gets up and he powers close to a first down. Did his knee never touch? And around the 40-yard line, the Raiders thought they had him down, but apparently his knee never touched the turf. He got up, came forward. Quentin Groves missed that first tackle, and they gave him the yardage. So it's third down and closer now. Third down and less than 2.
He's a tough guy to bring down. He's got a tremendous leg power and hip power. And that time in balance, that time he showed it.
Third down and 2 Jets on the Raider 37-yard line. They go into an offset out of the right. Connor, the fullback, ahead of Tomlinson. Keller goes in motion left to right or right wing. They're going to roll Sanchez right. Looking and rolling. Now locked up, wrapped up, throws. It's broken up, incomplete, and no flags on the field. Clean coverage by Stanford Route and Mark Sanchez. Rolling to his right, got turned back in, 4th down.
Yeah, it's an area where they might think about going, and it looks like they're going to go for it on 4th down. I don't think they're going to try a field goal.
Longest field goal of Nick Folk's career, a 56-yarder, a Jet record. That was at Denver, though. Yeah. This would be a 55-yarder below sea level, as opposed to Denver a mile above sea level. They're going for it.
Yeah, and also he'd have to kick it on the infield, on the dirt. And that's another issue.
Good point. 4th and 2, Jets. Sanchez under center. Lone back Tomlinson. Dustin Keller, the tight end, moves in motion left to right, followed by Groves. 3-step drop, a slant route, incomplete. He threw it behind Burris. Chekwa on the coverage, but Sanchez threw it behind Burris. You cannot throw a slant behind the man, and Sanchez missed him.
Yeah, it almost hit him in the back, didn't it? It looked like it. I mean, that ball was really errant, and nobody tipped it, and I don't know that there was anybody in Sanchez's face. Like I said, he just doesn't look like the same guy.
Yeah, he is an errant player. Burris got inside. Chekwa was able to get in there and knock that ball away. Chimdi Chekwa is playing a superb game today. He dislocated the shoulder early in training camp, so he missed some early preseason games. And DeMarcus Van Dyke not active today, at a laceration into his leg last week in Buffalo. So Check was up, playing for the injured Chris Johnson and playing magnificently. Campbell back, looking deep ball. Heaves one down the right sideline for Hayward Bay, and it's incomplete. And they took a shot finally at Darrelle Revis. He went one-on-one. Darius Hayward Bay on a 9 route down the sideline on Darrelle Revis. And Revis, the 3-time Pro Bowler, the first 2-time All-Pro, Tom, locked him up, and there was no field to even complete that ball to. He pushed him all the way to the sideline.
Yeah, the Revis is just, he's a real dude. He's quick, he's got great balance and anticipation, and he's a very smart player.
And he studies hard. He watches a lot of film. He's tough to beat. 2nd and 10. 37-yard line. McFadden goes in motion out left. Lone Black is Cartwright. Here's a 4-man pressure. Campbell throws. Catch. Hagan first on Raiders at midfield. They hit the Jets with a quick one there. A quick slant inside cut route to Derek Hagan. And he's got a first down there. First down Raiders, 2 minutes to go, third quarter.
Yeah, that was designed too. They sent McFadden on a motion outside, and as Campbell was backing out, I'm sorry for studying this. Campbell was backing out. He was just looking for Hagan to find the open area, and then the ball came out quick.
2 minutes to go in the half, Coach. 1st and 10, Raiders right at midfield. 2 minutes to go in the quarter, third quarter, tied at 17. Hayward Bay pressed by Revis. Inside handoff is going to be a throwback. McFadden throwing it to Campbell, but he'll tuck it and run. And man, can he run? 40, 35, 30, 25. They pull him down on the 23-yard line. That play was designed for McFadden to sweep right, throwback left to Campbell. Campbell was putting his hand up for him to throw it, but McFadden did not feel comfortable, and then we know he feels comfortable running it. He tucked it away and ran for 27 yards.
And in doing so, he made Campbell a blocker. Campbell had to come back and then got a little block and gave him a little extra room.
How about a dual threat there when he's out on the edge?
Whoa.
You're worried about Michael Vick in space. How about him as a thrower-runner? 1st and 10 Raiders on the Jet 23. Less than a minute to go, third quarter in a tie game. Here's Campbell. Toss to Bush. A reverse to Moore. Moore breaks a tackle. Cuts inside. Gets a big block. Moore's gone. 10, 5. He dives at the goal line. Touchdown! Raiders! What a block by Samson Satili! A peel-back, comeback block, popped it wide open. And Denarius Moore jukes Bart Scott in open field. A reverse for the Raiders there, and it's a 23-yard touchdown run by Denarius Moore.
And he, by all means, they got him. They had him pinned in a little bit. He makes a great stop and cuts back against, a great block now. I don't even know who made that block.
Satili on Jim Leonard. Lifted him right off the ground, and then Moore dove in the last 3 yards.
Whoa.
A 110-meter high hurdler champion in high school. They are going to review this and make sure that Moore scored the touchdown and that he broke the plane when he got in. He also fumbled the ball. That's close.
No, that's a touchdown. Yeah, he's in.
And even if he did fumble it, the Raiders recovered it.
Yeah,
For Cartwright, it's a touchdown either way.
Yeah, and when he fumbled it, the ground caused the fumble. He was reaching out with it right there, and the ball came out when he hit the ground. So that's a touchdown.
His tailbone does land. How did he stretch out? There's so many elements in this play that are just fabulous. Moore stretching out completely. I'm not sure that's close, but we'll have to see. It could possibly be first and goal. Raiders on the 1-0. I think they'll give him a touchdown. But let's go back to the whole play. Michael Bush, Tom, takes a handoff from Campbell, sweeping to his right. It's a handoff, a true reverse. Michael Bush running right back to Denarius Moore. Jason Campbell didn't really block anybody, but he had enough interference on the play to let Moore cut back inside. And as he cut inside, Samson Satili made an unbelievable block on Jim Leonard, the safety, completely lifted him off the ground and put him on his back. And while that was happening, Moore then deked Bart Scott and then jumped left, completely extending his body out from about 5 yards out and soared through the air as he was being spilled. He landed hard on his tailbone, stretching the ball out as far as he can, and I think he stretched it far enough for a touchdown.
What an incredible athlete this young kid is. I mean, there isn't anything that he can't do. I mean, he can run, he can catch, and obviously he has such athletic ability. That ball was on, when his hip hit the ground, that ball had touched the plane. So I'd be really surprised if they would overturn it. If the worst case scenario, it'd be on the 1 inch line.
Here's Gene Steratore. Touchdown Raiders, Gene.
After review, the ruling on the field stands.
Touchdown Raiders. Janikowski for the point after. That was a magnificent play in every aspect of football, Tom.
Yep.
The block by Samson Satili on Jim Leonard, one of the very best we've ever seen.
I think that we can honestly say now, Greg, after last week, after seeing this kid this week, we're watching a star being born.
You're saying that already?
Yeah, I think so.
And you've seen a few.
I've seen a few.
You've seen a few, and you're guarded. You're ready to say that already. Janikowski makes the extra point, and the Raiders have a touchdown lead. 24-17 Raiders. An amazing play there by Moore. The Raiders
scoring drive.
It was a couple of interesting plays back-to-back. Remember, the first one before was going to be the throw by Darren McFadden.
Yeah.
Darren McFadden took a handoff coming to his right, Tom. He was going to throw back to the quarterback, Jason Campbell, but that was not open, so he tucked it and ran. And then the very next play, they run a true reverse to Denarius Moore.
Yep.
An incredible sequence. Replaying the score of by Denarius Moore and the crowd now getting into it. I think it's one of those plays, Tom, when you watch it live, You appreciate it, but not fully. You have to watch the play back several times to fully appreciate all that went out of the play. The athleticism of Denarius Moore to fly through the air and the pure brutality of the block by Samson Satelli, and the combination of his strength and the athleticism of his center out in space to come back like that, the peel back block, and lift Leonard right off the ground. The depleted, as John Madden would say, and then some, because he got as much airborne as Moore did scoring the touchdown, getting blocked.
Yeah, I mean, that had to knock the wind out of Leonard. I mean, I'm surprised he got up. Maybe he didn't for a while.
Look at Hugh Jackson. Hugh Jackson on the Raiders sideline, encouraging the Raider crowd here, the sold-out crowd here at the O.Co Coliseum, to get up. He is waving his arms around and saying, get up. We got a whole fourth quarter to go. These Jets will not go lightly. Janos kick off a line drive. Cromartie will kick it up forward. Live ball on the 10. He fumbled the ball. The Raiders may have it. The Raiders have it all over. And it's Taiwan Jones who recovers the fumble. Where is Preston Riddlehuber when you need him? It's the Hardy game all over. The Raiders score a touchdown and the Jets block the kickoff. Raider ball. Taiwan Jones comes away with it. Incredible. With 34 seconds to go in the third quarter, the Raiders have the ball on the Jet 12-yard line. It was a low line drive kick. Cromartie was setting up in the end zone, obviously, for Jano's depth. Jano, I don't know if he mishit it or intentionally low line drived it. Cromartie came up on the goal line, muffed it, kicked it forward, went to get it, and then lost it again as he rolled over. And Taiwan Jones, the one guy in the field who may be faster than Antonio Cromartie, beat him to the ball, and the Raiders have it on the Jet 12-yard line. Trying to score again. Here's Campbell. Handoff, McFadden, a great block by Kevin Boss, 5-yard line. McFadden all the way to the goal line. Is he in again? Right to the goal line. It'll be first and goal Raiders on the New York Jet 1-yard line when we start the fourth quarter. What a block there by Kevin Boss. A great kick-out block that got him an opening on the left side.
A great kick-out block, but also when McFadden sees the goal line, he turns into a different player. I mean, he turns into a beast. I mean, he just lowered his shoulders and turned on the Jets. And boy, I'm surprised he didn't carry everybody in the end zone.
North end zone, here they come. Raiders are going as big as they can get. Bruce Campbell is in. They also have brought in Joe Barksdale. They go into an I. Gordon ahead of Michael Bush. Myers goes in motion. Here's the handoff to Bush. Walks into the end zone. Touchdown! Raiders! And in a span of 42 seconds, the Raiders have scored 2 touchdowns to break a 17-all tie, Tom, and now, early in the fourth quarter, they're going to be up 14 points on the New York Jets.
And guess what? It was on TV. They didn't black us out. They didn't take us to another network.
They did that last week at the end of the game in Buffalo. For some of you, especially down in Southern California, started the fourth quarter and only 15 minutes left in the game. You want an easy way to save money? I've got an easy answer. You could save hundreds by calling 1-800-947-AUTO or go to geico.com. Janikowski with the point after, and the Oakland Raiders lead the New York Jets now 31-17. Janikowski kicking off this way from south to north is on grass, so this should be a touchback. He will line drive it. It'll bounce 3 yards deep. Cromartie will kick it around. He's coming out. Far left, 5-10. Wrapped up by Boyd, but broke the tackle, 20. And now finally pushed out by Rock Cartwright. Antonio Cromartie, not known for his tackle breaking, more his blinding speed, able to run through that hit. When Janikowski kicks off from north to south, his plant foot is on the dirt infield. And I think that's why he has missed hit a couple times. But the last one was a great miss hit because he hit it low, the line drive, and it forced Antonio Cromartie to fumble the kickoff away.
Absolutely. And Cromartie's a unique guy because even though he fumbled and caused another touchdown, he won't back off. He brings it from 9 yards up deep.
Now the Jets are down 14 points. They are not built to come back from 14 down. Can Sanchez do it? Almost a jump off sides by Lamar Houston, but he got back onside. Here's Sanchez handing off at a counter run to LaDainian Tomlinson straight ahead for a gain of 5. He is tackled there by John Henderson. The Jets led 17-7. Nick Folk made a 21-yard field goal with 5 minutes to go in the half. Since that point, the Raiders have completely dominated the game. They have outscored the Jets 24-0, and they have outgained them 217-45. Quentin Groves limped off the field after that last play. 2nd and 5, Jets on their 25. Sanchez under center as Holmes and Mason slotted right. Burris to his left. Handoff. Sean Green coming right. Nothing there. Rolando McClain. Lamar Houston. The 2 second-year members of the Raiders front 7 combine to drop Green. 3rd down and 5 coming up. Now the Jets in their season opener, Tom, did come back from 14 down against the Dallas Cowboys. But that's because Tony Romo made a lot of late-game errors. If the Raiders, and they've not turned the ball over yet today, if they play smartly here down the stretch, they should be able to get this one. We'll see. Sanchez in the gun now, 3rd and 5. On their 25, Derek Mason goes in motion, turns, stays on the right side, watched by Rout. 4-man pressure, out cut, and a juggling catch by Mason. He made the catch. What a catch by Mason.
Wow.
Right in the Raiders sideline, and he's taunting the Raiders. They want to look at that replay and see if he caught it. 1st down New York on the 31-yard line. Sanchez led him a little much on the outcut, but Derek Mason able to reach out with his left hand to tip the far point of the ball and then make a brilliant catch.
Yeah, that was a great catch. Yeah, reached out one hand, brought it back into his body, and cradled it when he went out of bounds.
And he caught it. Derek Mason, 2-time Pro Bowler in Tennessee, a Baltimore Raven, 930 catches in his great career. 1st and 10, New York on their own 31. Holmes is right, Burris left. There's a Jarvis Moss and a sack. Jarvis Moss and Tommy Kelly both arrived at the same time, and they blasted Mark Sanchez. I thought for a moment they may hurt each other. Tommy Kelly with a frontal shot, Moss from the backside, and Sanchez limping around right in the middle of that, got blasted.
Mark looked like a tiny person in between those two big guys. He sees them coming, so he ducks down. They hit each other harder than they hit him.
But he went down for a 4th time today. The Raiders have sacked Mark Sanchez, and Jarvis Moss is having a tremendous second half. The Raiders playing a 4-1-6 defense, a dime defense. 6 DBs out there on 2nd and 19. McClain, the lone backer. 4-man pressure screen. Out to LT, and look at McClain run him out of bounds. That time Rolando McClain lightning quick. A red screen. He's flying out there along with Tyler Branch, and they push that out of bounds. So 3rd down and 14 coming up. Boy, the Raider defense, Tom, has come alive since late 2nd quarter.
Yeah, come alive. Hopefully they can continue to do so. 12 minutes to go in this ball game. They've got the pressure on because they've got the Jets now a little bit on their heels, but they know what happened last week Buffalo, and they don't want to let it happen again.
3rd and 14. Slot left, Santonio Holmes inside of Plaxico Burris. Derek Mason out wide right. What an accomplished veteran receiving trio they are. Low snap. Sanchez fakes the handoff to LT. A screen over the middle of LT. 35 jumps inside. He's tackled shy of the 1st down. He is short of the 1st down by 2 yards. The Raiders
short of a first
3rd
down.
and 14 hold LT to 12, and they will force a New York punt.
T.J. Conley on to punt.
Nicely done by the Raider defense. Very jet-like there, Tom. They rally up on 3rd and long and tackle them shy of the sticks.
Yeah, they did. 2 times in a row. When it's been 3rd and long, they've gone into a 3-man rush with a zone and let them get that underneath pass and tackle them before they can get to the sticks.
T.J. Connolly, 4 punts today. He's averaged 44 yards a boot on the first 4. No pressure at all from his 29. He gets it away. Denarius Moore will backpedal. He'll field it inside the 10, 8-yard line. Circles around the first man, 15. And he runs a nice one out to around the 21-yard line. Nice return by Denarius Moore. At the O.co Coliseum, completely sold out today. Raiders beginning the home schedule. 52nd year in franchise history, trying to get to 2-1. They lead the Jets 31-17 with 10:53 to play. They'll start on their 21, moving from south to north, from our right to left. The lone back is Darren McFadden. A slot left. They give it to McFadden off the right side, cuts back inside, and he got nothing. Ran right into the heart of the Jet defense. Muhammad Wilkerson, a rookie round 1 pick at a Temple on the tackle for Rex Ryan.
Into the yard.
That'll bring up a 2nd down. You cannot get conservative here, Tom. You got to keep the ball away from the New York Jets, but you know, they have not been bringing all those exotic blitzes, but they will now. They want the ball back.
Yeah, last time they had one. They had at least one of their safeties was coming on a blitz on that first down, and you're going to see it on first down. They'll be in man coverage.
Raiders go 4 wide receivers now, a 3-by-1 formation. They single up Derek Hagan against Darrelle Revis. They have Schillens, Hayward Bay, and Moore, and they had a backup off the line. I'm not sure they had 7 guys on the line.
Well, they were running out of time.
Campbell called timeout. 2nd and 9, Raiders flag. Before they even snap the football here, the Raiders false start.
Offense, number 87. 2nd down.
Hayward Bay left, it was Schillens who was right. He comes in motion to the left. And McFadden lead play opened up for a moment, then Bart Scott made it close. Chaz Schillens with a big block there, so big he knocked Jim Leonard's helmet right off of his head as they were battling. Chaz Schillens, a tough, physical, good blocking wide receiver, and now he has to be pulled back from his teammates. He wants a piece of Leonard. This has been a battle today.
Well, Leonard's the one that got down. Eric Smith's the one that went over and got in his face. So Leonard's the one that lost his headgear.
3rd down and 10. The Raiders have not converted on 3rd down today. They're 0 for 6, yet they've put up 31 points in all these yards. They've only faced 6 3rd downs in 11 previous possessions. They've been so good on 1st and 2nd down today, they've not gotten to all that many thirds. 3rd and 10 here. Campbell out of the gun, flag down, throw and a catch to Hayward Bay, tackled by Cromartie, and I think the Raiders committed the penalty anyway. Now this is a false start, which would mean there's no play, right? Let's see here what the penalty is for. Illegal.
I'm not sure.
Legal motion.
Illegal shift.
Legal
Offense,
shift.
number 81 and number 17. Penalty is declined. 4th down.
And it does not nullify the play. So they had 2 Raiders moving simultaneously, Moore and Schillens. That whole sequence, Tom, did not go well.
No, it was a little off balance. I think that the Raiders were trying to make an adjustment to knowing that the Jets were going to come after them with blitzes. And they made some substitutions. Even after they called the timeout, they made a substitution. And on after the substitution, Kevin Boss jumps off, he moves before the snap.
They didn't work any time off the clock. Less than 2 minutes off the clock during that sequence when they shot themselves in the proverbial foot. So here's Leckler to punt. They'll try to blast one here, standing at the Raider 12-yard line. High snap, there they go up the middle to block it, and he gets it away. And it's not a great punt. It'll take a Leckler roll by Curley inside the 10, inside the 8, still rolling dead at the 7-yard line. Leckler saved the day there. A 67-yard roller. They will start on their own 7 up against the north end zone. Raiders have 6 DBs in. Inside handoff to LaDainian Tomlinson. Breaks a tackle 10, 15, 20. By Giordano on the sidelines by Chekwa. Finally run out of bounds by Trevor Scott, but not before LT gallops out about 20 yards to the Jet 27-yard line.
Yeah, they had him in great position, and then once again, they had a couple of missed tackles along the way. And LT, that guy again, got to watch him.
Here come the Jets now going to a no huddle where Mark Sanchez has done well in their first couple of weeks. Takes the snap from Colin Baxter, lobs one left, and it is a catch by Burris right off the helmet. A flag is down. Is it on Burris for pushing off on Chekwa, or did Chekwa interfere even though Burris caught that ball? It is a interference call on Chekwa. The Jets will decline it, and it'll be Jet ball at midfield.
Defense, number 35. Penalty is declined. Result of the play, first down.
Plaxico's a hard guy to handle, 6'5", 232 pounds. He's big and strong. He caught that right off the helmet. You saw the Arizona preseason game where Larry Fitzgerald caught the ball off a DVD down the sideline, almost identical. 1st and 10, Jets on the Raider 49. 8 minutes to play. The Raiders are up 14 points. Sanchez back, looks right, throws right, ball deflected by Route, incomplete. Nice coverage by Stanford Route all over Derek Mason. They got these off. They've got 3 receivers in. Burris out wide left. Holmes inside of Curley. Sanchez back. Time. Throws. LT never turned his head around. Incomplete. Good coverage there by Rolando McClain. The Raider defense struggled in the second half in Buffalo. They struggled the first 25 minutes of the game today, Tom, and Rolando McClain was struggling. But he's playing well since that point. He has played well. The Raider defense has played well.
Yeah, much better from sideline to sideline with McClain and making plays. And the guy you got to watch out for always because he's such a clutch player, is at number 21.
3rd down and 10. They now go into an empty set. LT out left. Here's Sanchez looking left, now rolling, now in the pocket, throws middle. It is caught by Keller. How did Sanchez fit that in there? 1st down Jets at the Raider 38-yard line.
Well, he had too much time. He had lots of time to throw. They had everybody initially. They had everyone covered. I think he was trying to go to LaDainian, but LaDainian was covered very well by Branch. But he had so much time, he was able to look over the whole field.
Somehow he fit that ball into Keller. Sanchez did. 1st and 10 Jets on the Raider 37-yard line. Inside handoff, Tomlinson out of the shotgun. He'll stumble forward for only a couple. Dropped on the Raider 35-yard line by Tommy Kelly. Jets have plenty of time here. They are on the Raider 35. They have to score 2 touchdowns. The Jets have 3 timeouts left. The Raiders also have 2 of their 3 remaining. 7:05 to play. Raiders up 31-17. Sanchez back in the gun. 2-by-2 formation. 2 left, 2 right. Throws right. Mason in cut. Tackled by Rout, but he's got the 1st down. On the 25-yard line, a quick slant. Derek Mason, the veteran, jumped inside a Stanford route. Tommy Kelly needs a break. He's coming out. John Henderson comes in. 1st and 10 Jets on the Raider 25-yard line. Raiders playing with these 6 defensive backs. Have Chekwa out there, Rout out there, Branch and Porter and Giordano and Boyd are playing real deep. 1st and 10, Sanchez back, a pump and a throw over the middle of Sean Green, tackled by Ty Branch, but he dives inside the Raider 20, down to the Raider 17-yard line, picks up 8 more. The Jets are moving too easily here inside the red zone. Can the Raiders stop them before they get into that black end zone? 2nd and 2 Jets on the Raider 18. Slot left, Santonio Holmes inside of Plaxico Burris. Curley right, inside handoff, Green in the gun. Did not get the 1st down. On a 2nd and 2, he pushes forward for only a yard. Richard Seymour in on the tackle. So a huge 3rd down coming up. Huge 3rd down, although we're almost in 4-down territory, aren't we, Coach?
Well, I would think so, yeah, because of the score. I mean, the 3 points would not give them that much of an advantage to catch up.
3rd and 1 on the Raiders 16. 3 receivers right, 1 left. It's Burris. They're going for Burris in the end zone. It is caught for a touchdown. Plaxico Burris beats Chimdi Chekwa on the fade route. It was not lofted all that high. It was kind of a line drive fade by Sanchez, but Burris is so big and strong, you don't have to be precise. And he went up and took it away from Chekwa. And the Jets are now an extra point away from making this a 7-point game.
Well, they went to the big guy, and that's the guy you go to down here because of the mismatch in size, and he is a different player when you get in the red zone. He's quite a force.
Here's Nick Folk to make this a 7-point game, and a complete hush has fallen over the O.co Coliseum now as they're all flashing back exactly 1 week's time. Here's Nick Folk, who likes to twist his shoulders, his upper body before he approaches the ball, then just 1 step and a plant and a swing of the right leg, and the Jets have pulled within 7 at 31-24. The New York Jets on that drive all of a sudden got their offense back. They had 62 yards before the drive and almost 30 minutes of football, but back-to-back LT run for 20. Burris, the big lob down the sideline on Chekwa. It was Burris who made big plays on this drive for 24, and then Burris the touchdown from 16, so a 77-yard drive, 9 plays in 2.5 minutes. So here's Nick Folk to kick off, and it is Denarius Moore who was back to return the kickoff,
well, the
not
Raiders,
Tywan Jones.
Raiders have their prevent defense.
And they're looking for an onside kick here.
Yeah.
As he is going to kick it over the top and drive Moore back to the goal line, and Moore will just stay in. Now here come the Raiders now. 31-24 leaders. They have 2 timeouts remaining. The Jets have all 3. And the Raiders beat Denver that first Monday night of the year. They were so good on that final 4-minute drill, expiring the game and not giving Denver a chance to come back and tie the 23-20 game. The Raiders need to do likewise, but against a much better defense. Offset eye, Cartwright ahead of McFadden. A roll by Campbell to his right. Being chased, he will run it. Hill's 25, he'll slide down. He stays in bounds. Nice play by Campbell. And he's very close to a first down. I think he got the first down. He did not go feet first time. He just he stayed upright and just dove whatever he could get. And he's got a Raider first down right at the 30-yard line.
Yeah, I think he knew what he had to get for the first down, and he couldn't get it by sliding. And also, he didn't want to run out of bounds and stop the clock. So keep the clock running right now. Make the Jets at some point use one of their 3 timeouts.
5 minutes to play in the game. Campbell will keep him in the huddle as long as he can. He breaks with 15. He's got the play. He sends Darius Hayward-Bay wide right. Watched by Donald Strickland now. Where's Cromartie? Cromartie's not out there. Cromartie had to go back into the game, back into the tunnel. He leapt off earlier. Cromartie hurt. Campbell a handoff to McFadden. Lead block by Cartwright. Cuts back inside. Could not get the edge. The Jets forced that back in. Nicely done by Eric Smith, the safety. His inside shoulder, Tom, able to push that back inside where the Jets could gang tackle him, gangrene tackle him, and McFadden only got 2 yards out of it.
Yeah, you don't want to let Darren McFadden get the edge on you because he will. He can turn the afterburners on when he gets outside, but that time they contained him very well.
Darren McFadden, 171 yards today, including his longest run ever in the NFL, a 70-yarder, which really started the Raiders turning the game around. The Cromartie injury, a rib injury. So Donald Strickland is playing for Cromartie now, and he is covering out on Darius Hayward-Bay, who's out wide right. Moore is left. Campbell again going to roll. McFadden the flat, pulled by Calvin Pace. A throw down the sideline, a comeback route to Darius Hayward-Bay. A flag is down. Calvin Pace grabbed Darren McFadden. That's why they threw down the field more. It's going to be a hold on 97 here. First down, Raiders.
Holding. Defense, number 97. 5-yard penalty. Automatic. First down.
Well, they knew they were going to flare it out to McFadden, Tom, in the flat, and Calvin Pace sensed that, but he just grabbed him and held him.
Yeah, I didn't see that, Greg. Good eyes on your part. I was looking down the field because I wanted to see how they were going to do with their new defensive corner in there.
That's a spot they could go to later. Donald Strickland is in for Antonio Cromartie. Strickland is a veteran, actually from the Bay Area, Redwood City. Indianapolis Colt for 2.5 years, an Eagle for a couple, a Niner for 3 years, a Jet, a Charger last year, then back to New York. First and 10 on the 37-yard line. Here's a draw handoff to Michael Bush up the middle. Jets stack that up.
Well, I would think he'd wait after the 3rd down play, but that's me. But, it depends on what they do on 2nd down.
Yeah. Well, if they get a big sack or something, he may take it. If it's 3rd and 1, he may not. 2nd and 7.
Yeah, the Raiders might end up throwing here.
Here's a slot right. Denarius Moore inside of Derek Hagan. Cartwright and Bush. They fake a draw. Campbell wanted the slant. It was not there. He's got nowhere to go now. Don't make a mistake down the sideline. He throws. He hit Michael Bush. First down, Raiders at the Jet 35-yard line. A wheel route down the sideline to beat Brian Thomas, and it was all an improv. That was not the play. And Jason Campbell, I was worried about him making a critical error there and maybe throwing a pick. He makes a huge play with his shoulders turned to the left, Tom, and not square to the line. He somehow got enough on that ball down the sideline to hit Michael Bush.
Yeah, that was not designed. Michael Bush saw that Campbell was in trouble, so he was checked in the flat, and he just took off down the sideline, and it was a perfectly thrown ball.
Now what that has done, it has taken the Raiders into field goal range here, where a field goal gives them a 2-score lead.
Now the timeouts are an issue.
Jets just called one, by the way.
Yeah, but from now on they're an issue because you've got the 2-minute warning coming up. So now they're going to be an issue.
The Raiders are 2 first downs away from winning this football game. The Jets have 2 timeouts left. First and 10 on the Jet 32-yard line. Here's Campbell handing off to Michael Bush behind Cartwright. The Jets stack it up. Bush will go down. Rex Ryan will call a timeout. Big Rex steps on the field to play to call the timeout. So the goal here now is to hit the 2-minute warning with the Jets out of timeouts and the Raiders having a first down. If that is accomplished, the football game is over and the Raiders will win. So it's going to come down to what they do on 2nd and 3rd down, and if they don't pick them up, a field goal obviously would be huge as well.
Absolutely.
It would give the Raiders a 2-score lead. What a game. What a game today. All 3 of these games. Denver went down to the end. Buffalo was madness right to the last play time. And this has been a great game, though.
This has been this has been a great game against a very good football team, a highly rated football team that's been playing very well. And the Raiders have stood their ground, and right now they're winning the battle.
A lot of last-minute finishes. Buffalo beat New England for the first time in 16 games, 34-31 today as they were down 21-0. Denver lost today in Nashville, beaten by the Titans 17-14. So Denver falls to 1-2 on the early year. San Diego involved in a field goal game as we speak right now. 2nd and 10 Raiders on the Jet 32. on the Jet 32. Myers goes in motion left. Handoff. Michael Bush off the left side. He is tackled by Brian Thomas and Bart Scott. Timeout, Rex Ryan. With 2:43 to play. So what do you do here on third down?
Well, they've used it. This is their last time out, right? So you could, if you run the ball, you take it all the way down to 2 minutes, and then you kick the field goal. Or if you want, you throw the ball, try to get the first down. But you've got 10. You need almost 10 yards for the first down.
You make a first down here, the game is over.
Yeah.
You win the game.
Yeah.
You don't have to kick off. You don't have to do anything. You kneel down, the game is over. If you kick a field goal, you got to kick off to Antonio Cromartie, and they got to score twice. So.
Well, he might not be back here, though.
Oh, you're right. His rib. He's got a bad rib. He won't be back.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll see how it goes. For unbeatable comfort, let me remind you, in value, you can count on Wrangler. Wrangler Jeans Company, new looks, priced right. Wrangler, available to Walmart near you. So here we go. 3rd and 9. A first down will ice the game. And if the Raiders pick up this third down, it'll be their first of the day. They're 0 for 7 on third downs today. How does that add up? 3rd and 9 Raiders on the Jet 31. Hayward Bay right. Left is Moore. They're throwing for it. Campbell going to the end zone for Hayward Bay. A lot of contact there. And a flag down. No flag. Donald Strickland got away with it. The flag would have ended the game, but the officials don't call it. Hayward Bay and Strickland a jump ball. And Strickland bodying him down the field, arm barring him down the field in the end zone, but no flag. Little double move there by Hayward Bay, a stutter and go.
Yeah, going for the knockout part, and I don't know. No, that was close.
All right, a field goal here.
Strickland was way off. Strickland was playing about 12 to 15 yards off.
Well, this field goal is huge. 49-yarder to give him a 10-point lead. You miss it, though, and the Jets take over on the 39. Kondo, Leckler, they got it down. Jano has it away. He's got the distance easily, and it is good! The Raiders have a 2-score lead now with 2:32 to play. 34-24. Close, but not over. The Raiders have some work to do, certainly on defense, to finish this game off. The Jets have no more timeouts left, but they have plenty of time. 2:32. Boy, Jano put that right down the middle.
Yeah, and his young career, Sanchez has brought this team back quite a bit. And I think 4 of the comebacks have been on the road. So he can do that. He's noted for doing that. But he's also taken a pretty good beating today, pretty good hits.
Raiders have been all over Mark Sanchez today. He's been sacked 4 times. So here you go. Janikowski will kick off. The Jets do not have one of the most electrifying kick returners in football, Antonio Cromartie, available to return this kickoff. And likely it won't matter anyway. They are going to put Joe McKnight back, the former USC Trojan, who was very fast himself. But with Janikowski kicking this way from south to north, they tee it up on the far eastern side, and his entire body is on grass. His plant foot's on grass, so going this way, he almost always has a touchback. He had a couple of non-ones going the other way. A line drive, this one of a bounce 3 yards deep. McKnight will come out. He's coming out 9 yards deep. 10, 15, 20. Breaks a tackle, gets wide 30. Is there a hold there? No. Down the sideline, McKnight all the way out to the 42-yard line. Well, it's amazing. You thought with a kicking off the 35, people would not return anymore that deep in the end zone, Tom, but they're coming out 8, 9 yards deep in the end zone.
Well, the ball never got very high off the ground, so it got to him in a hurry. There was not a lot of hang time, so your coverage team is not allowed to get down there very well.
Looked like Brodney Poole got a lot of jersey on Tywan Jones, but no flag. So it's not over. 2:23 to play. Raiders up 10. Jets go empty. They've got 5 on the line. Derek Mason, Plaxico Burress, Antonio Holmes, Dustin Keller, and LaDainian Tomlinson. Here's Sanchez over the middle. Ball deflected up in the air by Wembley and incomplete. Cameron Wembley on a crossing route ran with one of the great crossing route runners in pro football, Santonio Holmes. Now they single up Burress. It's a 3-by-1. Burress out left. Here's Sanchez throwing middle, caught. Dustin Keller spilled it midfield. Actually spun out of that when he landed, and he picks up the first down. He did not touch down on the field at the 50, so they give him the first down to the Raider 47-yard line. 2-minute warning will hit here. So we hit the 2-minute warning, and the Jets will have a 1st and 10 on the Raider 47 when we come back. Oakland Raiders trying to get to 2-1 for the first time since Rich Gannon was their quarterback. 1st and 10 at Jets on the Raider 47. Sanchez in the shotgun, 2-by-2 formation. Holmes and Burris left, Keller and Mason right. In cut Mason, he's got it. Midfield, tackled by 3 Raiders. Colin Baxter, setters try to push him forward from behind. They drop him on the Raider 40-yard line. 1:48 to play. The New York Jets are going to have to recover an onside kick to pull this miracle off. They're going to have to score, onside kick it, recover, score again. Here's Sanchez back, throws down the middle. It is caught by Dustin Keller, rolling down to the Raider 10. He got behind Rolando McClain. Sanchez can surprise you just when you think he's incapable of it. He will whiz a ball right over a linebacker's helmet on a seam route and get you right back into it. And now they're going to throw a lob to Burris for the end zone, a jump ball on a fade and incomplete. The Raiders thought they were going to spike it, but he Dan Marino'd him. Went no spike, just snapped it and threw the fade to Burris. The Raiders were also late running Lamar Houston on the field time. They only had 10 players on the field. They ran Lamar out to the 11th on that play.
Yeah, Lamar was running on the field. The rest of the linemen were also just standing there as if the ball was going to be spiked. Yeah.
2nd and goal on the 9-yard line. 1:15 to play. Jets are out of timeouts. Raiders lead by 10. 34-24. Slot left. Joey Porter going to press Santonio Holmes in the slot. Check was playing loose on Mason. Sanchez coming right, throw. Ball knocked away by Boyd on the goal line. Nicely done by Boyd. A bracket route there. Boyd and Tyvon Branch had Keller bracketed, and it was Boyd who jumped across and knocked it away. 3rd down and goal, Jets. And now the teams are pushing each other after the play. Don't take a personal foul here, Lamar Houston. Get back in the huddle. Richard Seymour staring down a couple of the Jets. Richard knows this rivalry well from his New England days. By the way, the Patriots will be here next weekend, and Richard will be foaming at the mouth. 3rd and goal. Burris now tight left, singled up. 3 receivers go right. Sanchez pressured. Underhands it. He got it. It's caught, but not in the end zone. 4th down coming up. He farved it. He flipped it underhand to LaDainian Tomlinson as being wrapped up and sacked there. He got LT. 4th down. The Jets' last chance here. 4th and goal, 2-yard line. 2 receivers right, 2 left. Sanchez back. Pumps. He'll run for it. And he is diving. Is he in? Right at the goal line, he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Sanchez just got in. It's coming down to Mike Westhoff against John Fossil and the onside kick. The great special teams guru of the Jets, Mike Westhoff. How is he going to design this onside kick? And how is John Fossil going to put the Raiders up there to recover it? It's going to come down to an onside kick.
That's it. You're right. It came down to that. Sanchez is so good at bringing the team back. He just has that great knack. And that time he did it by running.
And diving. And a 4th and 2. He's got great feet, this guy.
They're going to review this one, I guess, to see if he's in. I guess if his knee is down, his knee is down. He's not in.
His knee is down.
He's not in.
He's not in. If he's down, the game is over. The Raiders take over.
He is not in.
You think there's a clear replay that'll show that?
Yeah,
his
right.
His knee is down there. Where's the ball?
And the ball wasn't in yet.
The ball was not fully extended out yet, was it, at the goal line, though? Here's a great angle, right on the goal. This one will show it to us. Knee down.
Nope.
Ball not in. The Raiders will take over. It will not come down to an onside kick. Mark Sanchez. He's going to miss here, Tom, by the length of a hot dog.
Yeah, no, big hot dog. Long hot dog, yeah.
A Buffalo Ted's 2-footer?
Yeah, maybe one of those or one of the saucy subs from Buffalo.
Either way.
But either way, Mark Sanchez's knee is going to come down to
a little short.
The Raiders taking a knee.
And last time he was here, he was eating a hot dog on the sideline to finish off a 38-0 game. He is going to be short here by a booth review. They will overturn this. The Raiders will take over on downs. The Raiders have beaten the New York Jets.
This place will go crazy.
Listen to him now.
They know.
We haven't heard this chant in years. The Raiders are going to be 2-1 for the first time since Rich Gannon was the Raider quarterback. Gene Steratore comes out. He is going to, I believe, overturn this. The Raiders will take over on downs.
After review, it has been determined that the quarterback's knee was down and the ball did not. It is not a touchdown. It will be Oakland's ball. First and 10 with the ball just inside the 1-yard line on the New York Jets hash mark. With the game clock operator, please reset the game clock to 49 seconds, and it will be Oakland's ball, first and 10.
It's Oakland's game. They will kneel down now on the Raiders for the first time since September the 26th of 2004 when they beat Tampa Bay in a rematch of a Super Bowl game, you might recall, 30-20. They went to 2-1 with that victory, and also that night Rich Gannon was hit helmet on helmet by Derek Brooks, and the Raiders were never quite the same after Gannon went down to injury. The Raiders are going to be 2-1 for the first time in 7 years. Now, how do you kneel down here, Tom?
You got to go forward. You can't kneel. You got to go forward. Yeah.
You got a quarterback sneak victory.
Well, just get the ball and lunge forward, and then you do it one more time. And then you might have a little room to deal. You can't go backwards, obviously.
No, you go back, you give him a safety, and you have to free kick it to him. You don't want to do that. So Mark Sanchez, I'm saying he missed it by the length of a hot dog.
Big hot dog.
All right. You remember Ted's, the hot dog chain in Buffalo, the great footlong. All right, the Raiders.
Did you ever have one of those?
I've ever had one. I had one last weekend. 34-24. The Raiders, by the way, are going to run for the most yards ever on a Rex Ryan defense since he's been the head coach of the Jets, right? Not in all the years in Baltimore. Most yards rushing by a Rex Ryan team. With a Ryan team? Hold on here. First kneel down there by Jason Campbell. Now there's a little bit of a fight going on after the play as Brian Thomas of the Jets getting into it with Darius Hayward-Bay, of all people. After the play was over, and this is right up against the black hole end zone, so let's get everybody out of here safely now. Darius Hayward-Bay got into it with Brian Thomas. The Raiders ran for 234 yards today. Make it 235 on the last one. That is the most allowed by Rex Ryan defense. Darius Hayward-Bay backs up, but they are going to sneak this out. We cannot back up, and they'll sneak it, and that'll be it. Game is over. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. The Raiders have beaten the New York Jets 34-24.
We'll see you here next Sunday. The Raiders host Tom Brady and the New England Patriots. Drive carefully.
The Raider defense was certainly battered and bruised last Sunday in Buffalo, and they were likewise, Tom, until about the 5-minute mark of the first half. And after that, they took over. The Jets were able to get the one touchdown at the end of the game on the lob to Burris, but it was the Raider defense coming alive when they had to. But really, it was the creativity of the Raider offense today that was on display. The Raider offensive coaches had a great game plan right from the start as they roll up 383 yards on the Jets today. They go right into a no-huddle to start the game. 5 plays, 74 yards right down the field. The Raider coaches had a plan how to attack this team right away.
Well, they had a plan how to attack it, and McFadden was marvelous, as was Jason Campbell in orchestrating the whole process. And once again, the young rookie, what's that guy's name?
Denarius Moore.
Oh, that guy, yeah.
You already had him Cantonized today.
No, I don't think I'm going to be wrong on this kid. And plus, the defense, you got to give a lot of credit. They were playing without their starting right corner. They're playing without their starting free safety. Matt Giordano stepped up. Chickasaw stepped up. Jerome Boyd played a lot. I thought Tyvon Branch played marvelous. I thought he played terrific.
Joey Porter.
In the second half, Orlando McClain came alive. The second half.
Hugh Jackson making his way up the western tunnel here back into the Raider locker room. Had a football in his hand, and he took the football and he threw it into the crowd. A symbolic gesture that he's given the game ball to the Raider Nation.